Uploading.
Yes! Yes! It's game day! I have been following up. It's been a wild week already. I mean, all these crazy games that are coming up, all the crazy games that already been played. If you missed out, the Lions won by 4,000. Philly big over Cincy. Houston in a good one, 23-20 over the Colts. Green Bay in a wild one, 30-27. The Browns, Jameis Winston goes for 334 and pulls an upset. Atlanta over Tampa Bay. Man, the Patriots over the Jets as the Jets compete for the number one pick in the draft. But they are going to be held off by the Titans, who did lose by I'm exaggerating slightly when I say that they lost by 1,000. Exaggerating slightly. Let's just talk about this game. Let's talk about Chiefs. Let's talk about Raiders. An old school rivalry. One of the best games in the history, or one of the best rivalries in the history of the NFL. I'm going to break it down, and I'm going to go over how the Raiders can win this game first. If you're the Raiders, you got to run the ball. The Chiefs have been really, really good at stopping the run. You got to find a way to get creative. You got to run the ball. You have to control the clock. You don't want to get in a shootout. That's number one. So you got to run the ball. Number two, you got to put pressure on Mahomes. Max Crosby, you got to have the big day. You got to create turnovers. You got to create turnovers. So the three keys for the Raiders. You got to have an effective running game, okay? End arounds, jet sweeps. You have to figure a way out to run the ball. Number two, you got to put pressure on Mahomes. You got to Max Crosby show up big today. And number three, you got to get some turnovers. Patrick Mahomes has thrown an interception in every single game this year. You got to get another one. Got to get another one. Perry, I am giddy. I am very excited. I cannot wait for this game. Keaton from Keaton Talk Sports. Up, Dan. Good luck to the Chiefs today. Patriots won. Happy man. Jets fans are hot right now. Yeah, New England is fighting for the number one pick in the draft. They are going to be picking, as of right now, they are picking very, very high in the upcoming 2025 NFL draft. I'm going to do a lot of draft coverage. There is a possibility I may do a way too early mock. Don't know about if I'm going to do that or not, but I'm thinking about I'm going to put one together. Clowns win. Lamar was mad at the end. I did see that. I didn't get a chance to watch everything, but I did see that final play. Jeffrey, what's up, brother? The Browns won. They finally scored over 20 points. I was being facetious, but Perry says 52-14. The Raiders are going to kick off to the Chiefs here. The Chiefs will get the ball first to start the game here. The last undefeated team of 2024 will take the field here. We'll see if they can stretch their record to 7-0. The Raiders, if they get a win, can turn their whole season around. But they need a win. Kick is going to go into the end zone. It's going to be a 1st and 10 for the Chiefs as we get to the game here. Teresa Turner, let's go Chiefs. Yeah, 28 passing yards. The special teams coach for the Titans is fired. No, I'm joking. He probably, bad joke. He probably will be fired. The Chiefs are going to go left to right. Patrick Mahomes shotgun formation. It's going to be a little slip screen to Kelsey, and the Raiders are prepared. It's actually a loss of 1. They're going to call it 2nd and 10, but it was really a loss of 1 here as the Raiders were prepared as Patrick Mahomes and Kelsey get out early here. We're going to go right to left on your screen if you're watching along here. If you're streaming along here with me, I'm about 7 to 10 seconds behind here thanks to the stream delay. It's going to be a handoff to Kareem Hunt around the right side. He's going to power forward for a gain of 4. It's going to be a 2nd and long 6 or short 7, depending on how you look at it. But first 3rd down of the day, this is exactly what the Raiders want to do. They love to get a 3 and out. Here's the deal. The number one thing you need to do if you're the Raiders is under no circumstances do you want to get in a shootout with the Kansas City Chiefs. You want to get an ugly game. And we see DeAndre Hopkins for the first time. Trips to the bottom formation. Hopkins is going to join McCole Hardman and 1st-round pick Xavier Worthy at the bottom of the screen here. Patrick Mahomes back to passer. He's going to throw it. And welcome to Chiefs Kingdom. DeAndre Hopkins 1st down. As Patrick Mahomes' 2nd completion of the game goes to DeAndre Hopkins, the newest Kansas City Chief, and it's going to be a 1st down. This is just really nice. This is a nice play call, which it is, a little bunch. DeAndre Hopkins got on the out. He was the main read. Nice throw and catch. Patrick Mahomes to DeAndre Hopkins. I was asked, do I start Hopkins today on fantasy football? The answer is yes. I'm expecting a touchdown. 1st and 10. At the Kansas City Chiefs 46-yard line, Hardman in motion. It's going to be play action pass here. Mahomes taking a shot downfield. Travis Kelsey open in the middle of the field. 1st down, Kelsey, as he gets a nice gain of 26 yards in deep in Raiders territory. 1st down, Kansas City. This was nice. This is a play action pass. For some reason or another, they did not cover Travis Kelsey here as they were playing zone. To be honest, they did cover. This was zone coverage. Travis Kelsey just found the soft spot. Nice gain by Travis Kelsey here. It's 1st and 10 for the Kansas City Chiefs in enemy territory. They're on the Raiders' 29-yard line. Diamond formation with 2 running backs, 2 tight ends. It's going to be Kareem Hunt just right up the middle. He's going to keep powering forward for a nice gain of 4. Nice gain of 4 here for the Kansas City Chiefs. I thought the Lions were playing against good defenses for the last 2 weeks. I thought they were playing against a really good defensive front 7 this week. 9 passing yards in the first half, and oh God, yeah. 2nd and 6 here for the Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes in shotgun formation. 2 receivers to that's a rookie here. It's going to be a handoff to Kareem Hunt, but he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He's going to corkscrew himself up for a back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 3rd and 6 here. Kavion Chasen, a former 1st-round pick out of LSU. Longtime Jaguar, newest Raider here, is going to go ahead and get some playing time here for the Raiders here. It's 3rd and 6 here. There's a lot of red in Allegiant Stadium today as the Chiefs are in field goal range, but let's hope that Chiefs don't turn the ball over here. Patrick Mahomes shotgun formation here. He's by himself here. He's going to scramble around to the right here. Raiders pursue. He's going to dump off the P line. He's at the 10. He's at the 5. He's going to be tackled at the 4-yard line. It's going to be 1st and goal for the Kansas City Chiefs. Former Denver Broncos Samurai P. Ryan, former Oklahoma Sooner, makes the reception. It's going to be 1st and goal at the 4-yard line as the Chiefs just moved the ball right down the field, converting on 2 third downs on this opening drive of the game here. And this was just, you could call this sandlot football, backyard football. Just Mahomes ran around. P. Ryan just popped out on the flat. Mahomes 4 out of 4 for 58 yards. Opening drive here. It's going to be first and goal for the Kansas City Chiefs at the Raiders. They're going to mark them down at closer to the 3 here. It's going to be a handoff to Kareem Hunt right up the middle. He's going to power forward. I believe he's short. He's extending the ball. He's trying to say that he got in the end zone. He did not get in the end zone. It's going to be second and goal from about the 1 yard line. Robert Spillane is down on the ground, leading the Raiders in tackles here. He is got up, but he took his helmet off. We're going to have a injury timeout here. As Spillane has been one of the nice stories in the NFL when he got his chance to play with the Steelers. He was in a backup role, played on special teams. He was able to go ahead and get the starting spot in Pittsburgh, parlayed that into a free agent deal with the Raiders. His 67 tackles actually lead the NFL, and they're helping him off as he's not putting any weight on his right leg. It looks like it's a knee injury for Spillane, and this is not good, but they're going to walk him into the medical tent. It's going to be second and goal from about the half-yard line here. Travis Kelce's lined up as a fullback. It's going to be Kareem Hunt around the right side, and he's going to be powered. Touchdown, Kansas City! Touchdown, Kareem Hunt! With 10:02 left in the first quarter, we got Chiefs 6, Raiders nothing. The Chiefs take the opening possession. They just go right down the field, and they score. Right down the field and score. Nice job by the Chiefs just moving the ball down the field here. It's going to be Gardner Minshew. Aiden O'Connell is out for the next couple of weeks. They just signed former Arizona Cardinal quarterback Desmond Ridder. Former Atlanta Falcon quarterback. He was traded to the Cardinals this offseason. He was released in preseason. So Desmond Ridder, third-year quarterback out of the University of Cincinnati, will be the backup to Gardner Minshew. So Christy Delorme. I'm butchering the name. Crystal. I am so sorry. I'm just butchering that. But a little love for the Chiefs. Let's see if Gray can keep it up this game. I think that he didn't have any catches on the first drive, Jeffrey, but he has been having a nice couple of weeks here. He signed a nice 3-year, $19 million extension this offseason. So that was a real good thing for Noah Gray, a former 5th-round pick out of Duke. It's nice when you're a 5th-round pick and your team recognizes your value, signs you to a 3-year, $19 million extension during the offseason, and you're not even the starter. Not even the starter, but they really like Noah Gray in Kansas City. I'm going to do my best to go ahead and keep you updated on everything that goes on with the National Football League today. Let me see here. I also have BetUS pulled up, so if you want to do some in-game betting, if the Raiders scored first, I would have put some money down on the. I would have put some money down on the Chiefs, but I really, really, really don't want to put some money down on Kansas City minus 14 at this point. Bears and Washington are in the first quarter. They're tied up at 0. No score between Carolina and Denver. Carolina, a bunch of backups today. Buffalo's on the board first, 7-0 over Seattle. And thanks to a 2-run double, the Saints are up 2-0 on the Chargers. Obviously a safety, but I don't know the exact details on the Saints right now, but I do know that the Saints got the ball. Spencer Rattler is going to get the start for the Saints. Derek Carr is out. He was questionable for the game. But I'm going to keep you updated on everything. If you have any in-game betting action or you want to talk about your fantasy football team, you have any questions, I'm more than happy to help you out any possible way I can. And of course, I'll be doing play-by-play and live reaction. Remember, on the live stream, all questions are answered and anything goes. Chiefs are going to kick off to the Raiders here. Kick's going to go into the end zone and down for a touchback. The Raiders will get the ball on the 30-yard line here when play resumes here. I've tuned in late. Chiefs took the opening drive and just went right down the field. Patrick Mahomes 4 out of 4 for 58 yards on the opening drive. Kareem Hunt got into the end zone for a touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins did have his first reception as a Kansas City Chief. It was a first down for the Kansas City Chiefs. It was the first third down conversion. So Hopkins is playing today for the Kansas City Chiefs, just acquired in a trade this week. 1st and 10 for the Raiders here. They're going left to right. Gardner Minshew back to pass here, but this is going to be a false start on the Raiders here. I'm not sure who jumped early. I couldn't tell if it was the left tackle or the left guard, but this is going to be a false start on the Raiders. It'll be a 1st and 15 here as the Raiders jumped. That was starting left tackle Colton Miller, former first-round pick out of UCLA. Really, really good offensive lineman for the Raiders here. This is exactly what the Raiders didn't want. They didn't want to get behind the sticks, so to say here. It's a 1st and 15 for the Raiders. Raiders will be going left to right on your screen here. Gardner Minshew in shotgun formation. Myers is going to motion up. They're going to hand the ball to Madison. He's going to go right up the middle, but get a gain of, looks like, 3. Colton Miller's had a down year. I think he's one of the better left tackles in football. He may be having a bad year. I still think he's one of the better left tackles in football. He's kind of a bright spot on that Raiders offense, which is really, really bad. Leggett just scored for the Panthers. Panthers up 7-0 on Denver. Denver Gator will hate that. 2nd and 13 for the Raiders. Minshew in shotgun formation. Minshew's back to pass. He has time. He's going to dump it off to Madison in the flat here. He's going to make a juke move, and then he's going to be powers forward for a gain of 8 here. It's going to be 3rd and 5 at the 35-yard line here. Looks like what Minshew wanted to do on this play was go downfield. It looks like the Chiefs are keeping everything in front. Checked it down to Madison for a gain of 8 here. Not a bad option. They're going to actually call it 3rd and 6. It looks closer to 3rd and 5. And here's where the Chiefs defense gets a little creative. It's going to be 3rd and 6. And who are the Chiefs going to bring? Who are they not going to bring? Chris Jones is actually lined up as left defensive end on this play here. And it's going to be a 3-man rush here, but the Raiders pick up the open guy, Jacoby Myers. He's going to get a gain of 12 and a Raiders first down here, as it looks like what this was a little chess match here between the Raiders and the Chiefs. And they were going to go ahead and use a kind of a trick, exotic zone blitz. I'm going to call it a zone blitz. Basically what they did is they had the defensive end on the right side, the Raiders left side, correction, Chiefs right, Raiders left, jump outside, fake like he was in zone, come in. Raiders read that perfectly. Nice job by Gardner Minshew there. 1st and 10 on the Raiders here. Gardner Minshew's under center. Motions, it's going to be a jet sweep here. I can't tell who that is right now, but he gets a gain of 4. It's going to be Trey Turner, the speedster, as they tried to get him in the open field, but he only gets a gain of 4. So the Chiefs read that play very, very, very well. Again, I can't emphasize this enough. Even though Gardner Minshew completed some passes to get the first down, the Raiders have to figure out how to run the ball against the Chiefs if they want to go ahead and stay in the game here. It's going to be 2nd and 6 here for Gardner Minshew and the Raiders here. As they are at midfield, it's going to be play action pass here. Gardner Minshew's going to boot around. He's going to throw it wide open. Is Trey? No, it's not Trey Turner. Correction, is wide. All right, I guess I got some of the Raiders players wrong. Looks like there's a Turner who's 19 and a Turner who's an 11. Error on my part here, but it's a nice gain by the Raiders as they get a 20-yard gain. A correction, it was Trey Tucker and DJ Turner here. Correction here. A very nice job by the Raiders as they get a first down and a gain of 20. That was Trey Tucker. So correction there. First and 10 for the Raiders as they are on the Chiefs 30 here. Gardner Minshew, he's going to hand it off to Madison. Madison's going to cut back and get a nice gain. It's going to be a gain of 2, but this was the Chiefs got pressure behind the line of scrimmage. He had to cut back and then jump forward just to get those 2 yards. It was a very nice 2-yard run because this could have easily been a loss of 1. Jeffrey, you're 100% correct. The Raiders running backs not doing a good job this year. Madison's taken over the starting spot for Kazir White, and he's done okay, but the Raiders do need to improve on the running game here. 2nd and 8 for the Raiders as Gardner Minshew's in shotgun formation here, and you're going to hand off to Madison. He's going to go right up the middle, and he's going to be stopped immediately. It's going to be 3rd and 8 for the Raiders. Now, if you're the Raiders here, you need to get points. I understand you're playing Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. It's more important that you don't do anything silly here. You want to just get some points on the board. That's the number one thing. You need to get some points. Ideally, you get a first down. You're not going to beat the Chiefs of only getting field goals, but you need to get points on the board here if you're the Raiders. This is a very key 3rd down here. It's going to be 3rd and 6 here for the Raiders here. It looks closer to 7. Chiefs are going to bring pressure here. Gardner Minshew is going to get it away to star rookie Brock Bowers. He's going to get the first down. Very nice play by Bowers here, and nice shot by Gardner Minshew's. Really nice throw here. As much as I've been saying the Raiders need to run the ball, Gardner Minshew on this first drive has been really sharp. And Brock Bowers, what a bright spot for the Raiders. As Perry says, Las Vegas at the bottom of a very offensive category. He is 100% correct, but Brock Bowers has been a bright spot. 1st and 10 for the Raiders at the 20-yard line here. They're going old school offset eye, the Raiders are here, and it's going to be a little end around. We're getting a little razzle-dazzle here. It's going to be a reverse. It's going to be Tucker, and he's going to get a nice gain of 8 here for 7 or 8 is what the Raiders did. Is a little trickery here. They lined up old school offset eye, end around, and then it was a double reverse, actually. And Trey Tucker went around the left side, got a nice gain of 8. And I really like what the Raiders are doing early on as they're mixing the run and the pass, but they are having some success running the ball, even though they're using jet sweeps. They're going to motion Myers to the top of the formation here. It's going to be Madison. He's going to jump outside to the right. He's going to throw a stiff arm and get a first down. Nice job by Madison here is that he was originally tackled behind the line of scrimmage and C. Johnson taking over for Jalen Watson, but just stiff arms him. They're going to call it 3rd and 1. I wouldn't be surprised if the Raiders might challenge this because it looked like he did have the first down. Bowers leads every tight end in yards and touchdowns. Bowers having an excellent year. He's a rookie, but he's probably going to be going to the Pro Bowl. So the screen said 3rd. Now they switched it 1st and goal, which is what I thought. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line here. They're lined up in the pistol. They're going 13, which is 3 tight ends, 1 wide receiver. It's going to be Madison. Correction, it's going to be White, and he's going to get a gain of 2 here for the Raiders. Now, I know earlier I said that you want to put some points on the board. That was when you're outside the 20. You're inside the 10 now. You absolutely have to get into the end zone. You got to put some points on. You got to make it 7-7 here if you're the Raiders. You can't settle for a field goal once you get inside the 10. I know I'm backtracking on that. Shotgun formation here, 2 wide receivers to each side here. Chiefs bring a blitz here. It's going to go in the end zone. This is going to be a touchdown, Jacoby Myers. Touchdown Vegas, touchdown Raiders. It's 7-6 as we await the extra point here. And right now, Gardner Minshew and the Raiders offense going toe-to-toe with the Kansas City Chiefs. It's going to be a 7-6 as we wait for the extra point. So nobody wants to see that, but that's where we're at. The Chiefs have not been good on opening possessions, but the defense is still one of the best in the National Football League. If you're doing some in-game betting, like I'm doing, the Chiefs line has dropped to 7.5. If you do, right now it's negative 345. So let's say you want to be a little crazy like myself and you want to bet a $25 bet. Whoops, correction. How do I switch that? Actually, I can't figure out how to. So if I bet $25, I would win $7.25. That's kind of weird how it does that. But if I bet 25, I would win 32.25, and I'm not going to do that right now. At least right now. But I don't like 7.5. The over under is 48.5. Something else I'm not wanting to do at this point in time. Get you caught up here. Saints are still up 2-0 on the Chargers. Bills Seahawks is in the second quarter. It's a 7-0. But Seattle is driving. Panthers are up 7-0. Looks like Bo Nix was sacked on fourth down or on third down here, and the Panthers got the ball back. But the punt was downed at the 1 yard line, so the Panthers got 99 yards to go. Commanders take a 3-0 lead over Chicago with 6:03 left. So that's where we're at right now. As far as any betting action, still going to kind of hold off here on that. May not make any bets today. If the Raiders score before the Chiefs do, I will put some action down. I just haven't decided on what I'm going to do yet. I don't know why I'm drinking coffee. I promise you I don't need the caffeine. But I got some special peppermint coffee. I decided to mix in some cinnamon and some creamer. Get a little crazy today, but I'm kind of a crazy guy. Kind of a crazy guy. We're on commercial break. If you tuned in late, Chiefs took the opening possession, went right down the field, scored a touchdown. Raiders got the drive back. They went right down the field, and they scored a touchdown. Look, as of right now, we're in a shootout. But if you haven't followed the Kansas City Chiefs, the opening drive, the Kansas City Chiefs have given up a touchdown in all but 2 games this year. So this is not new for the Kansas City Chiefs. I still like the Chiefs to win comfortably, but I would have liked to see something different here. But we'll see what happens going forward here. I really don't expect a shootout. I'd like to see the Chiefs win comfortably, but we'll see. Chargers got a field goal, and they're now up 3-2. That's kind of a crazy score. Early on, Gardner Minshew 5 out of 5, 53 yards and a touchdown. Patrick Mahomes 4 out of 4 for 58 yards. This is not what you want to do if you're the Raiders, is getting a shootout with Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. But I do like the fact that the Raiders were able to use some trickery. But you have to run the ball if you're the Raiders if you want to win this game. 2:39 left in the first quarter here. We got Kansas City 7, Raiders 7. The Chiefs went ahead and got the ball first, scored a touchdown on an opening possession. The Raiders went ahead and went right down the field and scored. So that's where we're at right now. 1st and 10 for the Kansas City Chiefs, 2:39 left in the first quarter. I'm calling this the diamond formation. 2 tight ends each side. Kareem Hunt's just right behind it. It's going to be play action pass here. Mahomes is going to move forward. He's going to throw the ball, and it's dropped by Xavier Worthy, almost picked off. The Raiders defensive back just jumped right in front of it. May have deflected it, but it's going to be 2nd and 10 for the Kansas City Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes here. Man, early on, this is going to be a fun game. I'd like to see a blowout personally, but we'll see what happens here. 2nd and 10 for the Kansas City Chiefs here. Patrick Mahomes in shotgun formation here, showing Worthy. He's to the top of the formation. Hopkins to the bottom. Patrick Mahomes got time. He's going downfield. He's going to fire, and it's going to be Justin Watson for a gain of 20 and a Kansas City Chiefs first down. Somebody asked if I should start Patrick Mahomes in fantasy football. I said yes. And early on, he's looking really good here. And this was just his own coverage here. And Spillane, by the way, after that injury at the end of the first drive of the game, he's back in the game. So I'm very happy to see that. It's going to be a handoff here for Kareem Hunt. He's going to just go right up the middle and get a gain of 5 here for on first down here as he invades Raider territory. Nice gain of 5 here. One thing the Kansas City Chiefs have been able to do on this drive with that carry and last drive is that they are able to run the ball. They are able to run the ball. 2nd and 5 here for the Kansas City Chiefs here. Patrick Mahomes in shotgun formation. He motions Kareem Hunt to the top of the formation. It's an empty set here for the Kansas City Chiefs. Kelsey and Hopkins to the bottom. I believe that's Noah Gray and Xavier Worthy to the top here. And he's going to throw the ball. Oh, just overshoots Hopkins. Oh, man, overshot Hopkins. It would have been a nice gain, but they just weren't on the same page. It looks like this was a possible blown coverage by the Raiders. And what I'm noticing early on is I'm seeing a lot of zone coverage by the Raiders. What the Raiders are doing is just dropping everybody back, trying to get pressure with just 4. I'm not seeing even though they're showing blitz on this play, I'm not seeing a lot of blitzing with the Raiders. Jared Wiley is in the game here. Chiefs are going 2 tight ends, 2 receivers, Samurai P. Ryan. Raiders bring 4 here, but there's going to be a flag where it usually indicates holding. Tyree Wilson, first-round pick out of Texas Tech. Patrick Mahomes' alma mater, gets the sack here. There is a flag on the play. Most likely this is a holding penalty, so it's going to be 4th down. And there's a couple keys to how you beat the Kansas City Chiefs. Correction, it was legal hands to the face, but it's going to be 4th down and Chiefs are going to punt. There's a few things you have to do to beat the Kansas City Chiefs. Number 1, and this is most important, you got to get pressure with just 4. And the second-year left tackle just was beaten on that play. He's actually the one that got the penalty. Yeah, put pressure on Mahomes at just 4. You got to get turnovers. And you have to have some success running the ball here. And the Raiders have done all 3 of these things. Well, 2 of those things. They haven't gotten a turnover yet. Chiefs are going to punt. It's going to be a fair catch at the 14-yard line. So with 59 seconds in the first quarter, the Raiders will take over in what looks like it's going to be a good one. We're going to take a commercial break, but when we come back with more action, Chiefs and Raiders, we got a good one, folks. Folks, we got a good one. Nobody wanted to see a good game, but that's what we got. Get you caught up to the rest of the scores around the league here. Chargers got a 3-run home run to take a 3-2 lead over the Saints. Bills up 7-3 over the Seahawks, 8-14 in the second. Panthers did punt, but they're still up 7-0, but Denver is approaching midfield. Commanders have a 3-0 lead, but it looks like they're going to expand on that as it's going to be 1st and goal. By the way, it looks like Denver's invaded the red zone here, so we got some excitement going on there in Carolina and Denver. So, man, what a great week of games. A lot of excitement going on. If you're looking to put some action down on the Chiefs game, the lines dropped now to 6.5. The Chiefs money line is 294, which means that you would have to wager 294 to win 100. If the Raiders score, I will be putting some action down on the Chiefs. Just full disclosure. As far as any other game, I'm tempted to take Carolina plus. It just dropped from 7.5 to 7. Keep in mind the Panthers have a 7-0 lead, so it would be a 14-point variance. However, the Broncos at the end of 1 are down 7-0, but at the 17-yard line. So we'll have to see what goes on there. Carolina, of course, fighting to get the number 1 pick in the draft for a 3rd consecutive year. Of course, it was traded to Chicago so they could draft Caleb Williams. Well, let's see what goes on. It is a beautiful day here in beautiful Las Vegas. The temperature, according to my computer, is 81 degrees. I have not been outside yet. All I've done is watch football, but I do know it's sunny and beautiful here. It's part of the reasons why I moved out here. Not the main one, but it's one of them here. Is it's beautiful right here in Las Vegas. And we have a good game. 59 seconds left in the first quarter. We are tied at 7. Tied at 7, the Raiders are going to take over at their own 14-yard line. Gardner Minshew's under center, and the Raiders are going 3 tight ends, 1 wide receiver. They're going to try to run the ball right up the middle, but they're stopped after a gain of 3. Madison just powers forward, and it looks like what the Raiders are going to do is just try to go into the second quarter tied up at 7. I don't expect anything really exotic here. I think that what you're trying to do is just go into the end of the first with a semblance of a lead here. Gardner Minshew's in shotgun formation. Madison's to his right here. Motions Tucker to the top of the formation. Goes downfield one-on-one. It's Bowers. And Bowers, nice catch here by Bowers as they isolate Bowers one-on-one against the corner. The 6'5" Bowers is a mismatch over to 5'10" McDuffie. Nice play by Bowers. Beautiful throw by Gardner Minshew for a gain of, I believe that's a gain of 20. So at the end of 1, we got Chiefs 7, Raiders 7. Very nice. Early on, Gardner Minshew has looked phenomenal. Early on, Gardner Minshew has looked phenomenal. So the money line right now is -235, and the point spread's dropped to -5.5 for the Chiefs. If you're interested in the Denver Panthers game, you can get the Panthers +6.5, even though the Panthers are up 7-0. Get you some quick highlights here. Josh Allen just threw an interception. So it's going to be Seattle's ball, but Buffalo's still up 7-3. Chargers still up 3-2 in what looks like it's going to be just an ugly game. Denver has the ball. It's a 3rd and 4 at the Panthers 11 as they're going to try to put some points up on the board. And the Commanders 3rd and goal at the Bears 12-yard line. They're up 3-0 right now as they're going to go ahead and try to extend that lead. So that's kind of where we're at, caught up right now. I'm paying very close attention to Chiefs Raiders game because any points that are put up by the Raiders, I'm definitely putting money on the Kansas City Chiefs. We'll have to find out what happens here. But early on, Gardner Minshew is sharp, folks. Early on, Gardner Minshew has played extremely well. If Gardner Minshew played this well all season, there's a 0% chance they would even looked at Aiden O'Connell. But that's not always been the way that things have gone with Gardner Minshew. But early on, he's looked really, 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 really good. Early on, he's looked absolutely fantastic, but let's hope that doesn't, continue. Play has resumed here as we start the second quarter. We're in a fun game, folks. It's a 7-all. If you missed it, Chiefs took the opening possession. They went right down the field and scored. The Raiders answered. The Chiefs' drive was stopped thanks to a 3rd down stack by Tyree Wilson. The Raiders are driving as they just completed a nice 20-yard completion to the outstanding rookie Bowers. So it's a 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line, correction, a 15-yard pass. And Gardner Minshew is going to be sacked here. It looks like it was a blown protection scheme. Leo Chenal and Drew Tranquil converge for the sack here. Leo Chenal, very, very nice very, very nice 3rd-year player out of Wisconsin. Doesn't really have a position. What happened is he just came unblocked. Kind of a mistaken blocking schemes here, as you got some new players on the Raiders offensive line, specifically on the right side. Chiefs take advantage of that. 2nd and 13 for the Raiders here. It's going to be a handoff to Madison, but he's going to be stopped after. Well, actually, powers forward for a few extra yards. It looked like he was going to be stopped after a gain of 2. Gets a gain of 4 here. It's going to be 3rd and long for the Raiders here. We'll see if Minshew has any more of that magic, as he has been playing absolutely fantastic so far on today's game. So far, he's looked absolutely terrific. So we'll see what we can do. 3rd and 9 for the Raiders here. Shotgun formation from Minshew here. He's got trips to the top of the formation here, 1 to the bottom. Minshew's looking for Bowers. He can't get him. He's going to dump it off to Madison, but Madison's going to, well, he originally was stopped. There's a flag on the play. Madison was trying to fight for the first down, putting in a lot of effort. Really like what I see out of Madison, but he was stopped about a yard short. Now, there is a flag on the play, but I can't tell what the flag is. We're getting a call now here, and it's a hold on the Raiders. Legal contact on the Chiefs. This is going to be offsetting penalties, and we're going to go ahead and repeat 3rd down. Offsetting penalties here, and this was really interesting because the Raiders were lined up, trips to the top of the formation, but it was a pair of tight ends. Leo Chenal was the one who was being held. He would have got another sack. Right now, he's having an impact on this game. They're going to motion Bowers to the top here, so we're going to get trips to the top here. You're going to have Tucker to the bottom. It's going to be Gardner Minshew back to throw here, and he's going to hit Bowers again for a 1st down. He's just having a great game early on, 12-yard completion for Bowers, as the rookie tight end is looking phenomenal. And then Johnson's going to limp off the field. Looks like he's favoring his left arm here. And this looks like it was just pitch and catch. This looks like it was just pitch and catch. Bowers just ran out, turned around, ball's right to him. Minshew early on is looking phenomenal. Gardner Minshew early on is looking phenomenal. 1st and 10 for the Raiders at their own 49-yard line here. It's going to be a bootleg to the left here. It's going to be Jacoby Myers. He's going to get a 1st down, makes the move, gets down to the 35, 34-yard line here. It's a gain of 16 and a Raiders 1st down. Early on, Gardner Minshew looks fantastic. Perry, the Las Vegas Raiders look like this is not the same team that I've seen earlier in the season. This is a team that looks really amped up for this old school AFC West rivalry. And Jacoby Myers, who's on the injury report, he gets a nice gain of 16. First and 10 at the Chiefs' 34-yard line. Minshew's under center here. He's going to motion Myers to the bottom here. He's going to send Madison just right up the middle for a gain of 2. So Madison's going to get a tough 2 yards. Sizu, my German brother, what's up, man? We got a dogfight. Now, it would be about a 50-yard field goal, but they are in field goal range. Oh, man, I am so sorry, Sizu. Do you have anybody playing in the afternoon, Sunday or Monday? Second 9 here for the Raiders. Minshew's under center here as the Raiders are using a lot of 2 tight end sets. They're going to get White the ball. They're going to try to get him outside, but he's going to lose about 2 yards as the Chiefs are ready for that. The Chiefs are ready right there. I have Daniels and Kittle. Well, I mean, you got Kittle tonight. You have unlimited potential with Kittles, and we'll see what you have with Daniels. Kittle could have a monster game, and Bowers is looking good so far. This is the way Gardner should have been. Yeah, if Gardner Minshew was playing like this at the beginning of the year, they would not be 2-5. He looks phenomenal. 3rd and 11 here for the Raiders here. Minshew's in shotgun formation. They're going to go ahead and put and it's going to be deflected at the line of scrimmage here. They're going to put in Abdullah as the 3rd down back. I absolutely love Abdullah coming out of Nebraska. Was a Heisman candidate the majority of his senior year, set a bunch of all-time yardage records while at the University of Nebraska. Been an okay player in the pros. okay player, not a star, but really solid contributor. On 4th and 11, I'm expecting a long field goal here for the Raiders. This is very long. It's going to be a 54-yard field goal. This will be his longest field goal of the year here for the Raiders. The kick is up, and it looks like it's good. Longest field goal of the year for A.J. Cole. The Raiders will take a 3-point lead. So at 10:13 left in the second, it's going to be Raiders 10, Chiefs 7. The line's now dropped to 4.5. I'm just going to take 222 on the money line. Let me see here. Bet slip. I'm going to stake 25 to win 36.25, so 11.25. I'm definitely going to take that bet. Chiefs -4. I'm not ready to take yet. So I'm locked in on a $25 bet at -222. So my $25 bet will win 36.26. So I'm betting 25 to win 11.26, even though I'm down by 3. But this has just been kind of typical for the Chiefs. Early on, Denver and Carolina, if you missed it, it's caught up at 7. I'm going to give you all the scores here as we go. It's still 3-2. Saints have the ball and are driving. Bills are up 7-3. Panthers and Broncos tied at 7. Bad Guys 10, Chiefs 7, and Commanders are up 6-0 as they start the second quarter. So early on, Sisu, early on, Jaden Daniels, 3 out of 8, 74 yards, 2 carries, 18 yards. These aren't bad numbers. Just at the end of one. Kittle, unlimited potential tonight against Dallas. So you're everything's far from over. Everything's far from over. So Perry, you're just spitting facts here. This is exactly the way you should have been playing all year. This is exactly the way he should have been playing all year. Why he hasn't been playing like this all season's kind of a mystery, but he's had splashes of really good play. So that's kind of where we're at. That's kind of where we're at. We're going to find out. Saints get a pick. This is actually turning into kind of a fun game. Chargers Saints at 3-2. The Saints defense looks like they're ready to play. Spencer Rattler trying to prove that he's capable of being a starting quarterback in the NFL. That's going to be a real interesting season, off season for the Saints. Is that they want to stick with their car, or they want to get Rattler? Do they want to go in the draft? Gardner Minshew, by the way, 8 out of 9 for 101 and a touchdown. As of now, with 10:13 left in the second, Gardner Minshew has outplayed the great Patrick Mahomes, but we'll have to see what happens. Kick goes in the end zone. The Chiefs are going to take over at their own 30, 1st and 10 for the Raiders when play continues. Patrick Mahomes and company is going to come out. And for those of you that are worried, I wouldn't worry too much. This is not a position that the Kansas City Chiefs have been in. But this is a position the Kansas City Chiefs have been in before. It's not something that the Chiefs are not used to, being down early in games. Patrick Mahomes is going under center. D-Hop and Justin Watson's at the top of the formation. 2 tight ends, going to be a handoff to Kareem Hunt. He's going to go just right around the left side, get 3 tough yards. He's tackled by Spillane and Crosby. Max Crosby is one of my absolute favorite players in the NFL. He's having a terrific season. Been a little banged up, but still one of the best players in the National Football League. Kareem Hunt, since he's been re-signed with the Kansas City Chiefs, has been a very, very busy man. He took that handoff for 3 yards, 7 carries, 20 yards, and a touchdown early on. 2nd and 7 for the Chiefs here, and the Raiders are gonna call their first time out. So the Raiders, with 9:40 left in the second quarter, they're gonna call their first time out of the first half here. This was interesting. The Chiefs are moving Xavier Worthy to the top of the formation. And what happened is one of the corners moved with him, which indicates that you're playing man coverage. This is something the Raiders haven't done. I think the Chiefs were looking to exploit that. It looked like there was some confusion with the man coverage. So that's kind of my thought process there on that timeout, because the Raiders have been playing a lot of zone today, which is a little unusual. Patrick Mahomes back to pass. He's going to motion Xavier Worthy, and he's going to get a nice gain of 6, as this was just motioning Worthy to the top of the formation, getting in the ball in open space, as he took the catch behind the line of scrimmage for a short gain, but enough to make it 3rd and 2. So about a 5-yard reception. Even though it's going to go in the books as a reception, it's basically a long handoff. It's going to be 3rd and 2 for the Kansas City Chiefs. And the Raiders Nation is stepping up. They're making a little bit of noise there in Allegiant Stadium, a.k.a. the Death Star. 3rd and 2 for the Chiefs, and Patrick Mahomes, P. Ryan's in the game here. Worthy's to the top, 2 tight ends, and Justin Watson to the bottom. They're give it to Worthy. Worthy is going to get the first down, but he's tackled to the ground here after a gain of 6. So Xavier Worthy, Mr. 421 himself. This was a nice play design, is because you got Noah Gray, you got Kelsey, you got Justin Watson to the bottom, then you just isolate Worthy. He did what's called a whip route, cuts inside, just cuts right back out. With that speed, you have enough coverage to get 5 yards, and that's going to be open basically all the time, because you don't want to get burnt deep by the guy who set the record for the 40-yard dash at the combine this last season. Patrick Mahomes back to pass here. He's going to go ahead and hit Kelsey for a nice 9-yard or 8-yard gain on first down here, as the Chiefs invade enemy territory. Travis Kelsey, just a little pitch and catch, get him in the open field in the middle of the screen, middle of the formation. Nice pitch and catch, very easy here. Is what the Raiders are doing is the Raiders are playing a lot of zone. Normally they play a lot more man, but they're just playing a lot of zone, trying to keep everything in front of Patrick Mahomes. The Chiefs are countering by running the ball and using a lot of 2 tight end sets. And they're going to use a little shuffle pass to Kelsey. This is a very nice play design. They motion McCole Hardman in the backfield to the top of the formation, a little shuffle pass to Kelsey. He's going to get a first down. Travis Kelsey so far, 4 catches, 43 yards. And this is just a little fun play here for the Kansas City Chiefs. Is what the Raiders are doing is they're putting a lot of people back. They're using a lot of shell defense. So what the Kansas City Chiefs are doing is just dinking and dunking the ball down the field, using a lot of running games. Chiefs are in long field goal range here. Patrick Mahomes is going to hand off to Kareem Hunt. He's just going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage here, but he's going to power forward for maybe a gain of 1. It's going to be 2nd and long here for the Kansas City Chiefs. And what the Raiders did here is they're now starting to bring some more pressure towards the middle of the formation. The Raiders are tightening up the defense here, as the Chiefs are. It's long range, but it's field goal range. Carson Steele enters the game as the Chiefs used what I like to call the diamond formation. It's pistol with Steele behind him and 2 tight ends each side. There is a flag on the play here, but it's going to be Noah Gray for a nice gain of 8 here. We're going to see what the flag is on this play. But what the diamond formation is, if you're not familiar with it, it's you have 2 players on each side of the quarterback in the pistol. Then you got the running back right behind him. And it's going to be offsides on the Chiefs, so it's going to be 2nd and 15. What the Chiefs have been doing with this formation is having a tight end on each side of Mahomes and then get a running back. Newly signed Danny Fortson was offsides. Danny Fortson was a converted receiver. He was released, signed with the Dolphins. Now he's back in Kansas City. It's going to be 2nd and 14 here. Now, keep in mind, even though it's 2nd and 14, and even though this is a very long field goal, this is within Butker's range. Well, it's the 40, so it'd be a 58. Still within Butker's range, but not really what the Chiefs want to do. Patrick Mahomes back to pass here. He's going to scramble around. He's going to drop it off to Carson Steele. Carson Steele's going to be stopped after a gain of 8, so we're going to have 3rd and 6 here for the Kansas City Chiefs here. This was Patrick Mahomes. What the Raiders did is they're able to put pressure on Mahomes with 4. Mahomes was trying to go downfield, but had to take the check down with Carson Steele. Give the Raiders defense a lot of credit because they're able to put pressure on Mahomes with 4, which is really key. Here the Raiders are showing blitz. It's going to be 3rd and 6. Mahomes is looks like he's making some adjustments here. Chiefs may have to call a timeout. Play clock goes down 3. Mahomes gets snapped away. Mahomes is pressured. Mahomes going to scramble. He's going to drop it off. It's going to be Noah Gray, and he's going to get a first down. As what happened is the Raiders blitzed. Chiefs picked it up. Mahomes scrambled out to the left, dropped it off to Noah Gray for a 9-yard gain, which is enough for a Kansas City Chiefs first down. This was a nice job. Is that what the Raiders did was that they brought the 2 linebackers into the A gap, faked the blitz, then brought a corner, but Mahomes read this perfectly, was able to elude the rush, scramble, drop it off to Noah Gray, aim for a Kansas City Chiefs first down. 1st and 10. Mahomes 11 out 13 for 126 so far. 1st and 10 on the 22, and we're gonna have stoppage of play here. The Kansas City Chiefs called a timeout right before the play was being snapped. Here it looks like there's some confusion between the Kansas City Chiefs offensive coaching staff and Mahomes here. As Mahomes looks a little frustrated as timeout. He did not call the timeout. It was called by Andy Reid and the coaching staff. So as we go on commercial break, Raiders 10, Chiefs 7, but the Chiefs are driving. Get you caught up here. It's 3-2 Chargers over the Saints, but the Chargers are driving. Bills are inside the 30, almost inside the red zone here, but it's 7-3, but the Bills are driving. Denver's now up 14-7 as they just scored a touchdown, and the Bears are the Commanders are up 6-0. It's going to be 4th and 1 here for the Panthers here. We'll find out what goes on here. With the Panthers and the Broncos, one of the things I was saying was you want to start Javonte Williams if you're in fantasy football. Early on, not a great game. 6 carries, 18 yards, 2 receptions, 1 yard. So not a great game. Bo Nix, 15 out 17 for 177 and 2 touchdowns. Bryce Young, 8 out 9 for 48 yards and a touchdown. I have to admit, if that ends up being a shootout, that's going to be really fun. Kansas City needs to run the ball hard and wear down the Las Vegas defense. You're 100% correct, because one thing the Raiders are doing is they're just putting 7 back in coverage, and they're just trying to pressure Mahomes with only 4, and you're seeing a lot of dinking and dunking, and you are seeing some success with the Kansas City Chiefs running the football. So the Chiefs are exactly doing what you're saying, Perry. Perry's spitting facts and is on fire. As always, my Canadian brother is just on fire. His Lions won by 1,000 today. Special teams scored 14 touchdowns against the Titans. Exaggerating slightly, but how good do the Detroit Lions look right now? 4:29 is left in the second quarter. 1st and 10 as play resumes here. The Kansas City Chiefs are deep within Raiders territories. They're on the Raiders 22, and this is going to be a looks like a false start against the Chiefs. Right tackle Max Crosby gets back into the Chiefs backfield before the play is snapped. And I'm not exactly sure what happened here. It turns out to be that it looks like everything wasn't set, and it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Kansas City Chiefs. So kind of a weird sequence there as Max Crosby ran in the backfield, but they're just going to call a redo. 1st and 10 here for the Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes was a little fake here. Travis Kelce right across the middle and a gain of 9. So it's going to be 2nd and 1 for the Kansas City Chiefs. Travis Kelce's having a game, folks. Travis Kelce is having a game here. As what they're doing is they're just dropping everybody back, and the Chiefs are just dinking and Duncan right in the middle there. 2nd and 1 here for the Kansas City Chiefs. By the way, Travis Kelce has more receptions against the Raiders than anybody else in NFL history. Little fun fact there. 2nd and 1 for the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's their motion forwards into the top of the formation here. Patrick Mahomes back to pass here. He's going to scramble. He's going to drop it off to Kareem Hunt. Kareem Hunt's going to get the first down. He's going to slide as he tries to cut back for a few other yards, but it's going to be 1st and goal for the Kansas City Chiefs at the Raiders' 10-yard line here. This was just kind of an interesting play design is what the Chiefs were doing, is lining up 2 tight ends, 2 receivers. Mahomes was trying to attack the middle of formation, but the Raiders are getting some pressure on Mahomes. That said, Mahomes this drive, 8 out of 8 for 62 yards as he's keeping pace with Gardner Minshew, who's having a fantastic game. This is going to be a run right up the middle as the Chiefs get a nice gain of 4. It looks like a nice gain of 5 as it's going to be 2nd and goal from the Raider 4-yard line here. 2nd and goal from the 4. Kareem Hunt so far, 9 carries, 26 yards, and a touchdown. He has been a very busy guy. McCole Hardman and Xavier Worthy entered the game here. So it looks like Chiefs are going to spread things out here. Shotgun formation here. Kareem Hunt's in the backfield. 2nd goal from the 5. It's going to be a handoff here for Hunt. He's going to go around the left side, but for no gain. So it's going to be 3rd and goal from the 5. Raiders defense, really good job. Really good job tightening up things for that 2nd down. Raiders fans trying to make some noise, but I think the Kansas City Chiefs are going to take this down to the 2-minute warning. So at the end of the 2-minute warning, it's going to be Raiders 10, Chiefs 7, but it's going to be 3rd and goal from the 5-yard line. Early on, looks like we have some fun. Let's get you caught up with everything. Chargers are now in the red zone at the 2-minute warning, but it's still 3-2. Bills scored a touchdown, and they have the ball back with 18 seconds left in the half. We'll see what happens there, but Bills are up 14-3. Panthers got the ball and are driving, but the score's 14-7. Broncos. Raiders up 10-7. Commanders are up 6-0 and are driving with 7:21 left in the first half. So looks like the Commanders are trying to extend a 6-0 lead here as the battle rookie quarterbacks. Caleb Williams, 2 out of 6 for 17 yards, been sacked once, 4 carries for 21 yards. Early on, it looks like Jaden Daniels is out playing Caleb Williams. We'll keep an eye out. We will keep an eye out. As far as in-game betting opportunities, I'm going to switch it's kind of neat because they switched by the way, if you use BetUS like I use, they're a proud affiliate. They have a new version of the way everything's set up. I went back to the classic. I really like the classic version a lot better personally, but that's just me. They're showing the games right now. Kansas City, you can take to be a 5.5 point favorite at -120. You can take the money line at 312. The over under is 44.5. Is honestly, I kind of wish I would have took the over. I wish I would have took the under when I was at 48 because I don't think this is going to be a high scoring game. But early on, it's exciting. You can take action on the Saints to cover 8.5 right now at -133 or plus 368 to win outright as the score is 3-2. That's really fluctuating quite heavily right now. But if you want to put some action down on the Chargers Saints, that could be interesting. I'll keep an eye out here, see what happens. But if the Chiefs scored, everything's going to change here. I already put 25 down just to win 11. But I feel good about the Chiefs extending their undefeated season to a 7-0 against the Raiders, even though early on Gardner Minshew and the Raiders have been playing fantastic. There is a lot of red within Allegiant Stadium, a lot of red. And there's a stoppage play here. I'm not exactly sure what's going on. Okay, so okay, so if I'm looking at this correctly, so here's what happened. This is just really bizarre. After the 2-minute warning, the Raiders used their second timeout. And this may not sound like it's that big of a deal. This is a huge deal. This is a big deal because if the Chiefs score, you have an opportunity with 2 timeouts to get the ball downfield. Now you only have 1. This could really bite the Raiders in the ass. We'll see what happens. 3rd and goal here. DeAndre Hopkins back in the game here. I did predict he'd have each score today. Chiefs are going with trips 13 personnel and Hopkins, and it's going to be Travis Kelce touchdown. So you use a timeout, and then you still give up the touchdown. Bad coaching, not being prepared in the red zone. Chiefs take a 13-10 lead, 1:57 left before half. So the Raiders, instead of having 2 timeouts, only have 1. This could really bite them in the ass. And this was just a nice job here. 3 tight ends on one side, DeAndre Hopkins to another. Just isolate Travis Kelce to the middle of the formation as the Raiders were not prepared. 13-10, extra point is looming. Kick is up. Kick is good. It's a Chiefs 14, Raiders 10 as the Raiders burn a timeout right after the 2-point conversion. And this is awesome. Hopkins celebrating with Kelce. I do predict a Hopkins touchdown today, so we'll see what happens. If you want to bet on this game now, currently the money line is -476. You could also take Kansas City -7.5 for 119. The over-under is back at 47.5. I'm really tempted to take the under here. I think that might be a smart bet, but I'm going to pass. I am tempted to take the Panthers plus 15.5. Wow, the Broncos. Okay, so the Broncos are driving. That's why it's plus 15.5. All right, get you caught up here. The Chargers 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line as they're trying to extend their 3-2 lead. Looks like we're at halftime. Bills 14, Seahawks 3. Denver is in Carolina Panthers territory at 4:41 left in the second, 14-7. We're back, and Commanders are trying to extend. It's a 4th down at the Bears 9. Looks like we're going to see a field goal with 5:32 left in the second. Commanders look like they're going to try to make this a 9-0 game. So, man, I'm pretty jacked up. I'm pretty jacked up. I don't know why I'm drinking coffee. Trust me, I don't need it. That does taste delicious. Decided to splurge. Got a little bit of peppermint coffee. Got a little bit of cinnamon. Got a little bit of sugar-free creamer in here. Couldn't ask for much more. Couldn't ask for anything more. Commercial break here as we're waiting for play to resume. All questions are answered. Of course, anything goes. Says I'm live, but on BetUS it shows the kickoff has been downed and the Raiders get the ball 1st and 10 on the 30-yard line. Here is BetUS is a little further ahead than Kansas City. So, correction, I got that on ESPN. I have ESPN and BetUS up as I'm ready to take some in-game betting. I'm ready to do some in-game betting if something arrives here. If the Raiders score some points before the end of the half, if the Raiders score some points before the end of the half, I will be putting some action down on Kansas City, even though the Raiders will get the ball to start the second half. I want to find out what happened to Z Johnson, injured on that play. I thought he hurt his shoulder, but he's actually being evaluated for a concussion. 1st and 10 for the Raiders at their own 30, 1:57 left in the second quarter. Minshew in shotgun formation here. Chiefs look like they could be potentially blitzing, but it's just going to be a little pop pass. Chris Jones is ready for it. Chris Jones read that play perfectly. Pop pass goes for nothing. It's going to be 2nd and 10 here, and the Raiders are in no hurry. The Raiders get the ball first to start the second half. The main thing you want to do is you just don't want to give the Chiefs the ball back. So they're more than willing to go ahead and let the clock tick down. The Kansas City Chiefs have 2 timeouts. Raiders have 1 remaining. If you see no gain or if you see no gain here, I wouldn't be surprised if the Chiefs use a timeout. We'll find out. Jacoby Myers is going to motion to the top of formation. It's going to be a run play, and it's going to be stopped after a gain of 2. It's going to be Amir Abdullah, and the Chiefs I think the Chiefs just called a timeout. It hasn't shown up yet, but play clock stopped at 1:11. Okay, it's official now. The Chiefs did call a timeout. So 3rd and 8 here for the Raiders. This is a very big 3rd down, because if the Raiders have to punt, you're going to give the Chiefs plenty of time to do something here, and you're also going to have a minute. So we're going to find out what happens. We're going to find out what happens here, but this is a very key 3rd down. Of course, the Raiders convert. They have the option of trying to hurry up and put some points on the board, or just bleed everything down and take the ball at the start of the second half here. 3rd and 8 for the Raiders here. Minshew shotgun formation. Chiefs bring pressure. Minshew's going to scramble out here, and he's going to be dragged down, but he throws the ball out of bounds, so the play clock's going to stop. And here's the deal. Minshew threw the ball away. He should have just taken a sack. That way the clock would have been rolling. By throwing the ball away, you stop the clock, and you have the Chiefs keeping their timeout. Now, keep in mind, he did save the Raiders about 7 yards, but to be honest here, in that situation, he should have just taken the sack, should have just taken the 9-yard loss, forced the Chiefs to use that timeout. Instead, they stopped the clock at 1:08, and the Chiefs will get the ball back with about a minute here. Beautiful punt. It's going to go into the end zone here, so it's going to be a 1st and 10 for the Chiefs at the 20-yard line. Big-time punt. I'm not really sure what to expect from the Chiefs here. You got 58 seconds. You got a 4-point lead, but the Raiders get the ball back. So I expect the Chiefs to throw the ball, but I don't expect them to take a massive shot downfield. Don't be surprised if they do what they've been doing and just attack the middle of the field. And that's kind of what I'm expecting. So we're going to find out what happens here, but I'm fully expecting I'm fully expecting the Chiefs here with about a minute left not to get overly aggressive. You got a 4-point lead. What you want to do in this type of situation, you got 1 timeout, you got 58 seconds, you're on the road, you're up by 4. What you're going to do here, at least this is what I expect the Chiefs to do, run some motion, do a slip screen, or do something a few yards downfield to the middle of the formation. And what you want to do is try to get one of your playmakers the ball in his hands. Don't be surprised to see a slip screen to Xavier Worthy to something where he gets the ball in his hands behind the line of scrimmage, see if he can make a play, break a tackle. You may also just see a situation where maybe Kelsey or Noah Gray into the middle of the formation, just a short gain, try to get the ball, 7 to 10 yards downfield, and then line up for either a quick spike or just line up to run a second play with about 45 seconds. But I don't expect the Chiefs to go downfield. I'm not expecting the Chiefs to do anything crazy. We could also see a draw. But I am expecting Kansas City to try to move the ball, but not do anything that would cause a turnover. We do have 58 seconds, which is more than enough time for the Kansas City Chiefs to do something. More than enough time for the Kansas City Chiefs to do something. Patrick Mahomes has had a good game, folks. Travis Kelce's had a good game. Patrick Mahomes had a good game. Kareem Hunt's had a good game. Except for that opening drive touchdown, the Chiefs' defense has been solid. Gardner Minshew's played fantastic, except for that throwaway. He should have just took the sack, forced the Chiefs to use the timeout. Shotgun formation. See, Samurai P. Ryan's in the game here. Patrick Mahomes back to pass here. He's going to throw a quick out to Noah Gray, and Noah Gray is going to go out of bounds after a gain of 4. Stop the clock, 53 seconds left. They're going to call it 2nd and 5. It's really closer to 2nd and 4. 2nd and 6, but they're going to call it 2nd and 5. Just ate a few seconds off the clock here. And this is just a nice quick out route. They were trying to catch the Raiders snapping. They were not. Shotgun formation for Patrick Mahomes here. 2 receivers to the top, Xavier Worthy to the bottom here. Patrick Mahomes back to pass here. He's going to dump it off here, and Xavier Worthy not ready for it. As the Raiders only with 4 were able to get some pressure on Mahomes. Xavier Worthy caught the ball. He did have some room to get a first down here, so it's a key 3rd down for the Kansas City Chiefs. You don't want to give the Raiders the ball back. They're going to change it from 3rd and 5 on the television screen to 3rd and 7. It's really 3rd and 6. Key 3rd down for the Chiefs is you really don't want to give the Raiders the ball back, especially when they could be in a position to get a field goal. Patrick Mahomes back to pass here. He does have time. He's going to drop it off to P. Ryan. P. Ryan's going to power forward for a first down and gain a 7 here. They're not going to use their final timeout. They're just going to, correction, they are going to use their final timeout. I don't get this. It looked like they were ready to go to hurry up formation, but it looks like Andy Reid wanted to take some time and think about it. There's 40 seconds left, so what the Chiefs could realistically do here is just take a knee, go into halftime up by 4, and not have to worry about anything. That is a possibility here. I'd like to see the Chiefs try to do something here. You only need about 30 yards for a long field goal, and you have plenty of time. So we're going to see what happens here with the Kansas City Chiefs. But no timeouts left. 41 seconds left in the first half. We'll see if the Kansas City Chiefs get aggressive or if they just want to take a kneel down. Trips at the bottom of the formation here. Travis Kelce to the top. Patrick Mahomes back to pass. Shotgun formation. He takes a shot downfield. It's Kelce. It's going to be a little same thing that they did before. P. Ryan drops it, then picks it up, gets a first down, and gets out of bounds. So what happened is this was just a curl route to Kelce. Kelce pitches it to Samurai P. Ryan. P. Ryan drops it, bounces right back to him. He picks it back up, gets a first down, and gets out of bounds. This is a guy I've been paying attention to, Perry. I'm going to get to this at halftime here. Patrick Mahomes back to pass here. He's going to spike the ball as he was being tackled from behind. Kavion Chasen, former first-round pick out of LSU, just acquired by the Raiders this offseason, got some pressure here as the Raiders are able to get pressure on Mahomes just by 4. And Patrick Mahomes is like gingerly this is not a dirty play. I want to emphasize this. This was not at all a dirty play, but it looks like he was kind of favoring his ankle here. 2nd and 10 with 28 seconds left. They're motion P. Ryan to the bottom of the formation here. Patrick Mahomes back to pass here. The Raiders only bring 4. And it's a catch for a first down. It's going to be Xavier Worthy at the 40-yard line. Chiefs are going to line up to the line of scrimmage here as we go down to 15 here. And they're going to spike the ball with 12 seconds left. As of right now, this would be about a 58-yard field goal, well within Harrison Butker's range. Perry I cannot pronounce that. Tara McMillan. This is a guy I actually have been paying attention to. There's some talk about him possibly being a first-round pick. I need to see a little more. I want to pay attention to him at the combine because a lot of times you see guys listed at 6'5", 210. In reality, they're 6'3", 205. So we'll have to pay attention. But yeah, I've been keeping an eye out. Patrick Mahomes back to pass here. It's going to be a completion to DeAndre Hopkins. He gets out of bounds after a gain of 10. First and 10 for the Kansas City Chiefs. Easy field goal here for Butker. 7 seconds left in the half here. Patrick Mahomes it looks like he's favoring his left ankle. Patrick Mahomes in the first half, 19 out of 24 for 197 and a touchdown. So Patrick Mahomes, for those of you who I suggested to start in fantasy football, is having a good first half. This is going to be a 42-yard field goal for Harrison Butker, one of the best, if not the best, kicker in the National Football League. Looks like the Raiders are going to call their final timeout. Raiders call their final timeout. Looks like we're going to go into halftime 17-10, but we'll find out. So I'm a little behind, but the kick is up and it's good. It hasn't been official on YouTube, but yeah, I'm flipping back to ESPN. That way I can give you all the updates. And ESPN reports the 42-yard field goal is good. So it's 17-10, good guys. To start the second half, Bills 14-3. Bills get the ball to start the second half there in Seattle. Broncos just scored a touchdown as they go up 20-7. Extra points looming here. I told anybody who would listen, make sure you start Javonte Williams on fantasy. As of right now, I look like a liar. 7 carries, 18 yards, 2 receptions, 1 yard. But we still got time. Commanders 9, Bears nothing, but the Bears are driving in Commanders territory with 1:18 left in the first half. So Saints have kicked a field goal to end the half. It's 9-5. That's not a score you see very often. So we're going to go into halftime. Chiefs 17, Raiders 10. Gardner Minshew, except for taking that sack in the first half, has played absolutely amazing. Bad decision on the sack. I don't like the way they used their timeouts, but overall the Raiders have played really, really, really well. Raiders have played really, 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 really well. Andre, what's up, brother? I've heard of this guy, Mike Evans vibes. I'll never forget this. I remember Johnny Manziel when he won the Heisman. I said he should give part of that Heisman to Mike Evans. I remember Mike Evans had 4 touchdowns against Alabama when Manziel's Heisman year when they upset Alabama. But this guy's a guy that I'm paying a lot of attention to. When draft comes up. I'm toying around with doing a way too early mock draft because I saw one by a source I really like, and I'm not going to say who it is because I can't recommend them. But he had Shadir Sanders going to Cleveland, and Deion's already been public saying he's going to be very, very, very involved in the draft process. So he's not going to Cleveland. And, for a guy to put out a mock draft like that, it's like, man, you haven't done your research. And so I'm tempted to just put out my own. That way you have something that's better than a source that I usually consider pretty credible. So I might be doing my own mock draft. And by the way, just full disclosure, I would have this guy in the first round if I do my own mock draft, because I do like this guy quite a bit. I've been paying attention. Arizona's kind of been a fun team over the last couple of years followed, because they had this like long time losing streak, and then they've been recruiting, they've been getting players. This is one of them. But I currently have him as a late first rounder. But I do like his game. I want to see I want to see him at the combine. I want to see him at the Senior Bowl. But I like what I see of him so far. Dan Jacobs finally getting fed back-to-back monsters. Yeah, I mean, this is a guy that, I mean, here's the deal. Jacksonville does not have a good defense. Let's be very clear. They have all sorts of problems defensively. I think there's a good chance Peterson is going to be fired possibly soon. I mean, there were some people that myself included, that thought Jacksonville could be a wild card team. That's kind of the expectations were at the beginning of the year, that they had enough talent to be a wild card team. Jacksonville's a very talented team. Bad defense. And the thing is with Green Bay is that they have so many weapons and so many people there that I don't know if Jacobs is always going to get the 20-plus touches, but yeah, I thought this game would have been a good start for him. A good start, in fantasy football. Zaire, what's up, brother? Bo Nix is off to a good start. I mean, this is a terrible, terrible, terrible Carolina defense. I've been adamant that if you have the ability to start Javonte Williams, but Bo Nix, phenomenal game. So I'm guessing you started him. By the way, he's not done. It's only first half. Zaire, if you don't mind, let me know how you're doing this week, or I'm assuming you're up. This is my girl right here. I love this woman. Patricia Garrett, go Chiefs. Little smiley face, some prayers, a thumbs up, hearts, all sorts of goodies. Austin, what's up? I suggested starting Patrick Mahomes this week. I predict a DeAndre Hopkins touchdown. Hasn't happened. Patrick Mahomes, excellent first half. I did predict. I'd been adamant saying Javonte Williams is a must start. Is my lip bleeding? I did chew like a little bit of skin off my lip. It looks like it's bleeding, but One Pride. God, it's good to see you again, brother. We have Titans belt to ass treatment. I have seen games like this where the special teams coordinator is fired, and it wouldn't surprise me. Tennessee's in bad shape. I said before the start of the season that Tennessee was my pick, that number one pick in the draft. I liked at the beginning of the game, I liked the way Mason Rudolph played. I think he should be the starter. When your team gives up 56, including all sorts of stuff on special teams, I'm not even sure where to begin. But yeah. If you are a Detroit Lions fan, you are enjoying life right now. The Vikings lose on Thursday night. You're first place in the whole NFC. I mean, who's the biggest threat in the NFC right now? Is it Washington? I mean, if you're, you tell me. I mean, are you, when you look at the Washington Commanders, are you thinking, oh no, we're scared? I mean, I don't see that. Because if you go to ESPN, you go to playoffs, and you look and you say, hey, who's the number 2 seed in the NFC right now? It's Washington. Hard to believe. He's not done. He is not done. Correction. I thought it was halftime. They're actually driving, and there's a chance that it's yeah. So here's the deal, Zaire. They're actually driving. It's a 21-7, but it's not half yet. There's a chance he may do some more. Here's where we're at right now. 21 out of 26, 220, 2 touchdowns. We're not even at half, and he has a touchdown rushing. To tell you the truth, 22 plus points, depending on what type of league you're in, but usually a touchdown, 6 points. He probably has more than that. You know, NFC, no. NFC, no. There's not a team in the NFC right now. Full PPR. If your league allows 6 points for a touchdown, Bo Nix should have a lot more in 22. You got 2 passing touchdowns, 220 yards, touchdown on the ground. You're in really, really, really good shape right now. That's always good news. I hope it's good news. I remember you had a business, something that you were doing on the side. So, Zaire, that's a great type of day, brother. I always love it when you have those type of days. UPS is an excellent company to work for, brother. I've heard nothing but good things about UPS. I know those drivers make 6 figures, and the trucks are sweet. I like the uniforms. I'm a little biased. I think they're kind of cool. UPS people have always been really cool. I've gotten several packages from them. It's one of the better companies. You're in good shape. I also hope that you're still working on your side business. I don't want to go into too much detail, but yeah. Down the line, I want to talk a lot about like self-development, but I always suggest doing a side hustle. So I'm proud of you, man. Stay in touch with me. Let me know how that works. Nothing about. Oh, you're a Cowboys fan. I don't know if you caught my weekly picks video. I made a few mistakes, but I did pick the Cowboys. That's just going to be a great game. Cowboys 49ers rivalry goes all the way back to the 70s. It's one of the best in football. It's a good one. And the thing is, both teams need a win. Both teams need a win desperately. So it's going to be a good game. It's going to be a good game. I got the Cowboys, but yeah. I didn't know this. I know the drivers. If you're a UPS driver, you make 6 figures. I do know that. I do know that like they did have to lay off some drivers, but warehouse work that this is excellent start for a warehouse job. You also have a lot of opportunity for upside. Lots of opportunity for upside. This is good company. I'm glad you're doing well, brother. I'm glad you're doing well. So Denver wasn't able to put any points up on the board, but it's a 21-7. Bo Nix having the game of his NFL career. Commanders 9-0 at half. Jaden Daniels out playing Caleb Williams early on. Seattle's driving, 8:31 left in the third, but they're down by 14. Bills up 17-3. Saints are driving in a 9-5 matchup. So, hey, if you're winning by 40, don't worry about it. I wouldn't have recommended playing Tillman. I actually have no idea who was the better play, Tillman or Jerry Jeudy, but I know Winston put up over 300. And we'll have to see what's going on in Cleveland, because is there a chance Cleveland's one of these teams you got to worry about? We'll get it. You know, I want to do Tillman at. Yeah, I get it. I probably would have recommended Jeudy, but since you're up by 40, you're in good shape, and you still got more. You still got another half to go with a Bo next, so you'll be in shape. You need Kenneth Walker to get a TD. They're driving. Seattle's driving. I'll keep in touch, Walker or Austin. Austin, how are you doing so far? By the way, listen, this stuff stinks, but I had one ex that had all sorts of problems. Yeah, hit me up. But no, I had one ex, and she's kind of ballooned up. Last time I saw her, she was like around 250. And then I was like, yeah. So, not saying big girls don't need love too, but just not by me. Started Hunt and Dicker. Kareem Hunt got you some points early on. You're in the PPR league. I really thought he would get about 48 receptions. Dicker, we'll see if he can get you some more points. So, and also, your Cowboys-Niners game is going to be good. Got that right, One Pride. We're back to the game here as we start the second half in beautiful Las Vegas in Allegiant Stadium. Chiefs are up 17-10. Gardner Minshew's had a great first half, but it only resulted in 10 points. The only mistake he made was instead of taking the sack and forcing the Chiefs to use their timeout, threw the ball away. The Chiefs had enough time to add a field goal to take a 17-10 lead. Very key drive to start the second half. You really want to come away with points, even if it's just a field goal. So we're going to see what happens here. 1st and 10 on the 30, going left to right on your screen here. Gardner Minshew's under center. Alexander Madison's in the backfield in the pistol. 2 tight ends, 2 receivers here. Looks like Gardner Minshew's making some changes on the play here. It's going to be a handoff to Madison around the right side. He's going to corkscrew himself for a gain of 2 here, as it's going to be a 2nd and 8 here for the Raiders. 2nd and 8 for the Raiders, and they're going to call it 2nd and 9. I think it's closer to 2nd and 8. And what happened on this play is that it looks like Minshew wanted to kind of change the play at the last minute, went to a run play. Here you're going to see 2 tight ends, 2 receivers, or 3 receivers, and Bowers. It's going to be a little play action pass here. Gardner Minshew wants to take a shot downfield, but it's covered. They're going to drop it off, but the Chiefs are ready for it. It's going to be possibly a loss of 1 here, as it looks like Minshew wanted to go downfield, but the Chiefs had that covered, dropped it off to the outlet, and the Chiefs had that covered as well. So it's going to be 3rd and 9 here for the Raiders. What you want to do if you're the Raiders, you really don't want to go 3 and out here. You really don't want to go 3 and out. You really want to get some points on this drive. Trips at the bottom of the formation here, and Minshew in shotgun formation. Chiefs are bringing a blitz. Minshew's going to throw the ball, and the Raiders, Trey Tucker is at the top in formation. Thought he was getting a back shoulder or a curl. Minshew wanted him to keep going. And so this was a nice job by the Chiefs. The Chiefs went ahead and brought pressure. Raiders weren't prepared for it. They brought a linebacker and corner blitz here, and it's quick 3 and out for the Raiders. quick 3 and out for the Raiders here to start the second half here. A.J. Cole's first punt was a massive 68-yard punt. We'll see what this one is. Nice punt here. Miracle Hardman's going to go all the way back to the 10 here. He's going to field it. He's going to go around the left side here. He's got some blockers. He's at the 20. He's tackled at the 25. Actually, it's around the 30. But there's a flag on the play. Normally when there's a flag like this and you see a player on a punt return cross to the opposite side of the field, this is usually a hold or a block in the back, and that's what I'm expecting here. We'll get the official word, but more than likely this is coming back quite a bit, as it was a nice 20-yard punt return. Legal block in the back here for the Chiefs here. We'll find out where they take the ball. 13:25 left in the third quarter. Chiefs are up by 7. We may have the best safety and running back core in the league. I do love your running backs. I didn't see the whole game, but I did see the 70-something yard touchdown by Gibbs. I'm adamant I would play Montgomery more. I didn't have a chance to see much of it. And once I saw it was going to be a blowout. The one thing about Tennessee Titans, I like the Titans front 7. I don't like their offense. I do think Mason Rudolph needs to take over as starting quarterback, even when Levis is healthy. I know Calvin Ridley had a great start to the game. I don't know how he finished overall, but Titans have a lot of problems. I've been saying this all along, that in preseason they were my pick to have the number 1 overall pick in the draft. But I love your running backs. Brian Branch is one of the best safeties in football. Is he the best? I don't know. I don't know if I'd call him the best, but he's really, 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 really good. First team, I'm up 91 to 85. I'm projected to get 140, so I'm looking good there. Second team, I'm up 101 to 74. Third team, with Walker, I'm down 87 to 1. Okay, yeah, you need on the third team, that's your down 87 to 102. You got anybody else except Walker? That's going to be tough. Oh, okay. Well, here's the deal. I mean, Lamb's going to put up some points. I mean, that's tough. What you need is you need Walker to get some points, and then you need Kittle to just have a monster game. Because I mean, Lamb is definitely putting up some points. I would have played Love too. I had no idea he was going to get hurt. Seriously, Love may have had a better game than Mayfield, barring injury. I don't know the extent, but listening is okay if I get Luke McCaffrey in the waiver wire. Lossy didn't do anything. I'm not super high on Luke McCaffrey. I do know that they're integrating him more and more in the offense. I mean, you're probably getting a better pickup than Lossy. It's going to be handoff to Hunt here now that we have play resuming. Got a gain of about 1. Brian Branch isn't better than Jesse Bates. That's a tough one, man. That's a real tough one. They're a little. Help you out with some. Oh man, Kelsey just dropped the first down. See, here's the deal. It's there are 2 different types of players. I like Bates, kind of what they're doing in Atlanta. Gets a lot more tackles, a lot more physical. Branch, you can use a little more in the slot. There are 2 different types of dudes, to be honest with you. I have to admit, I'll get back to this argument here. 3rd and 9 here for the Chiefs here as Kelsey dropped that potential first down here. Patrick Mahomes back to pass on 3rd down. And it's going to be incomplete as Xavier Worthy went up top. Very nice play by Jack Jones, forcing incompletion. So to start the second half, both teams are go 3 and out. Kelsey on second down had a this was a first down, just dropped it. One thing they did do on the Raiders did on this play is they did put some pressure on Mahomes, but they blitzed Spillane, something a little different. So both teams' defenses did something here. Trey Tucker's on the punt return. He gets out to midfield, gets a nice 15-yard return. This could be a penalty on Kansas City as Joshua Williams, and he threw him out of bounds. That's a bad penalty. This is going to put the Raiders in excellent position. This could put the Raiders at the 30. Hamilton's really good, man. I'm not saying he's not. I think Bates is bigger, and I think Bates is more physical. I'm going to level with you. I'm a huge Bates fan. I really like Bates. I'm going to give you the weenie answer. The way they're using him in Atlanta, I like him more but the way Branch, like if you put Bates in Detroit, Branch would be the better player. Put Branch in Atlanta, Bates would be the better player. I like Bates a little more. I just remember watching him in Cincinnati and just causing all sorts of problems for the Chiefs. And I also know that leaving Cincinnati, their defense has really had some problems getting going again. He did so much. It's a weenie answer because they're used completely different. I slight edge towards Bates because I watched how he caused Kansas City so many problems. I'm not saying he's not. Bates is bigger and a little more physical. Hamilton probably would be my pick to be the best safety in the league. Probably. I'd think about that one. 1st and 10 at the Kansas City 28. Minshew in shotgun formation. Raiders are in really good position here. Jacoby Myers is going to catch the ball here on a 6-yard out route. Here is we really have a good game here. That was a terrible penalty by Joshua Williams. Put the Raiders in the scoring position here. Well, hey, I'm glad. Let's see if we can get you all three. See if we can get you all three. 2nd and 4 here for the Raiders as the Raiders are almost inside the red zone here as they're on the Kansas City Chiefs 22-yard line here. Madison's to Gardner Minshew's left. Trips at the top of the formation. Looks like Trey Tucker to the bottom. It's going to be a handoff. And there's going to be a flag on the play. It's false start on the Raiders. Now, if you're the Raiders, and this was Desmond Ridder. I missed this. I apologize. They put Desmond Ridder in there as they're going to do a little zone read, it looks like. But it didn't work out. So, well, here's the thing. Listen, this isn't a situation where one's clearly better than the other. It's not a situation where one's clearly better. They're really two different types of players. I kind of want to dive into that. That's an excellent argument. 2nd and 9 here as the Raiders go false start here. It's going to be a bootleg by Minshew. Minshew's going to run. He's going to slide down around the 20. It's going to be 3rd and short here. So I really like this play design by the Raiders. They really weren't – this was not a designed run, but what they wanted to do is get Gardner Minshew on a bootleg, and they wanted to throw the ball to the backup tight end. Chiefs covered that perfectly, and Minshew just takes what's available. If you're the Raiders, you don't have to score a touchdown here, but you 100% have to get some points. You have to get some points. Don't do anything stupid right here. 3rd and 2 here for the Raiders here. They're going to motion Myers here. He's going to come back and then go back down to the bottom. It's going to be a hand, and play clock's going to be stopped. Is this another false start here by the Raiders? Another false start, so instead of 3rd and 2, it's going to be 3rd and 7. Another false start. Rookie Jackson Powers Johnson, the massive guard out of Oregon here. He jumps a little early. Actually, it wasn't the rookie. It was number 61, Meredith. He's the backup guard, but they called it on Jackson Powers Johnson. And by the way, he's going to be a really, really, really good player. 3rd and 7 for the Raiders. This is a key 3rd down here as they're on the Kansas City Chief 25. Minshew back to pass here. Chiefs only bring 4. He's going to drop it off here to Madison in the flat here, but Madison's going to be stopped short. He keeps powering, but he's going to be stopped short about 3 yards from the first down. They're going to call it 4th and 4. It's really much closer to 4th and 3. I want to see what they do here. There's another flag on the play. We're going to see what this one is. It's going to be holding defense. It's going to be an automatic first down against the Kansas City Chiefs. This is an automatic first down. Joshua Williams, who had the roughing personal foul earlier on the punt return, gets called for a hold. 2 penalties on technically the same drive for the 3rd-year player out of Fayetteville State. Guy I absolutely love, by the way, but this is kind of the reason why he hasn't been getting a lot of playing time. 1st and 10 for the Raiders at the Kansas City Chiefs 16 after the penalty here. Chiefs are showing blitz here, and it's going to be a 2-yard loss. Chris Jones just blows everything up. Chris Jones just blows everything up. Zaire starting lineup: Nix, Chase, McMillan, Gibbs, Hunt, Azlovlis, Lions defense. You got some points. Cam Dicker. You're in good shape, man. You're in good shape. Nix isn't done. I'll be keeping tabs for you. 2nd and 14 here after the loss. Another handoff to Madison. He's going to get about 4 or 5. It's going to be 3rd and 10 here for the Raiders. As the key is here for the Raiders, you just got to put points on the board. Under no circumstances do you want to give the Chiefs the ball back with the Chiefs being up by 7. You got to put points on the board if you're the Raiders, even if it's just a field goal, even though in this situation you really want to get in the end zone. 3rd and 9 on the Chiefs 15. Trips to the top, Bowers on the bottom here. Minshew back to pass here. He's going, and it's going to be a first down. Jacoby Myers, gain of 11 on the play. Nice throw and catch. Myers on the out route. Very nice play design by the Raiders here. Jacoby Myers, 6 catches, 52 yards, and a score. Nice job. It's 1st and goal for the Vegas Raiders. This is a nice job. The Chiefs only brought 4. They were able to get some pressure, but this was a very nice out route. This is just a very nice out route, very nice route. All around excellent play. All around excellent play. 1st and goal at the Chiefs 4-yard line for the Raiders here. Minshew under center here. It's going to be a handoff to Madison. He stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Stopped for a loss of 4. Jaden Hicks, 4th-round rookie out of Washington State, just came right in, blew everything up. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, God, that pick 6 is first game. But I'm a huge Branch fan. I want to be very clear. I love Ryan Branch. Great player. I told everybody to start Javonte Williams, and he's not really come through yet, but hopefully he comes through. 2nd and goal here for the Raiders at the Chiefs 9. Gardner Minshew back to pass here. He's going to drop it off to Madison. Blown up. Justin Reed blows that play up for maybe a 1-yard gain here. It's going to be 3rd and goal at the 8 here. After you have a phenomenal out route and you get the ball down to the 4, back-to-back bad plays, really bad plays. I mean, this is. I mean, you just let Madison get blown up right there. So 3rd down here for the Raiders. This is back-to-back bad play calls after that terrific 3rd down completion. 3rd and goal from the 8 here. They're going to motion Myers to the top. Gardner Minshew back to pass here. He's going to shimmy and shake, and sacked by George Karlaftis. There's a flag on the play here. I want to see where the flag, what the flag is. It was this would have ended on third down. Andy Reid's indicating that it's going to be declined. It's a illegal formation against the Raiders. This obviously will be declined. George Karlaftis just went right around somebody. It was the Raiders' backup tackle. He was lined up in the wrong formation. He wasn't lined up on the line of scrimmage here. And what the Raiders did, this was not a good design at all. They had a tight end on a tight end. They're trying to use a tight end and a running back on George Karlaftis. I don't care what PFF says. George Karlaftis is better than one of the 50 to 60 better defensive ends in the National Football League. Raiders kick is up and good at 17-13 Raiders. 60-yard touchdown by Justin Herbert. So let's see. The score is now 16-5. Chargers have a comfortable lead there. Bills are up 24-3, and they have the ball back. Denver's driving. They're still up 21-7. Bears get the ball, but it looks like they're going to punt. 9:50 left in the third. Commanders up 9-0. 9-0 here. And for those of you I told to play Javonte Williams, 9 carries, 27 yards, 3 catches, 5 yards. I am so sorry. I look like a complete dumbass right now. Look like a complete dumbass. By the way, I mean, there's plenty of time left in this Panthers-Broncos game. I mean, you never know what's going to happen. You absolutely never know what's going to happen. So. You want to bet on the Chiefs-Raiders game? The money line's now negative 588. Over-unders at 45.5. You can take the Raiders -7, or you can take the Chiefs -7.5 for a negative 112. I kind of like that, but I'm not going to do it. Yeah, Hunt's not done. Hunt's not done, and Javonte Williams, I really thought was a must start. Hopefully, for those of you who listened to me and ended up playing Javonte Williams, you ended up getting some points. Hopefully, you ended up getting some points because this is a guy that I think is a must start. In a full PPR league, the 3 receptions aren't that bad, but he needs to do more than 21 yards. Needs to do more than 21 yards. We'll see if the Panthers can make this a game here as they're going to take over 1st and 10 at the 20. They're down by 14. Never know what's going to happen there. Commanders look like they're driving, trying to extend on their 9-0 lead. 9:38 left in the third. Bills have the ball at the end of the third. They're up comfortably 24-3. Saints are driving as they're in Chargers territory, 7:40 in the third. They may be able to put up some points and make this a game. It's 16-5, but the Saints look like they're in field goal range. So we'll keep an eye out on all these games for you. Raiders are going to kick. They are did score some points here, 17-3. This is going to be returned by the Chiefs. This is Washington, just signed from the practice squad. He's going to be tackled after a gain of 15, so he should just kept it in the end zone here. There's a flag on the play here. We want to see what the flag is. 6:32 left in the third. Chiefs are up by 4. Not sure what the flag is. We're going to find out here what's going on. Usually on a return like this, I would expect some sort of holding or blocking the back, but and that's exactly what it is a block in the back. So instead of the 15, it's going to be half the distance to the goal. Looks like the Chiefs are going to start the ball on about the 8-yard line. So instead of taking the ball, just taking a knee. Look, you're signed up from the practice squad. I'm not mad at you. Trying to make a play, trying to prove you belong on the active 53. Not mad at you one bit. You didn't turn the ball over, and that's the main thing. That's the main thing. Puts the Chiefs back in deep position, but Chiefs have a good offense. 1st and 10 at their 7. It's going to be at the 7 here. They're going to motion. It's 2 tight ends, 2 receivers. They're motioning Xavier Worthy to the top of the formation here. Kareem Hunt's 7 yards behind Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes making some adjustments, goes to shotgun formation here. Kareem Hunt's to Patrick Mahomes right here. Play action pass here from Mahomes. He's got pressure. He's going to drop it off to Xavier Worthy. Worthy's going to jump out of bounds after a gain of 9. There is a flag on the play as Crosby was in the backfield here. If that's a hold, and it does look like a hold, if it's a hold in the end zone, which I don't believe it is a safety, but this is going back the Chiefs up an additional, technically 3.5 yards. It's going to be half the distance here. So it's going to be a 1st and 13 for the Kansas City Chiefs as a second-year player, Wanda Morris. Now, for those of you not familiar with this, Wanda Morris didn't win the job. It was a second-year player, Kingsley Suamatea, and that name I'm butchering. It's Penei Sewell's cousin, second-year player out of BYU, won the starting job. He was benched after 2 weeks, and second-year player Wanda Morris took over, and he said had some struggles. Another flag on the play here. Kareem Hunt squirted forward for a gain of 4. There's another flag. This looks like it may be another hold, and it is. So another hold here. I don't believe this will be a safety, but this is not good for Kansas City early on as this third quarter littered with flags. Another flag on Wanda Morris. Back-to-back holding calls on Wanda Morris as he's struggling against Max Crosby. It's kind of funny because on that particular play, they didn't even have anybody blocking Max Crosby. So it's going to be 1st and 16 for the Kansas City Chiefs. Back-to-back holding calls on second-year offensive lineman, second-year left tackle Wanda Morris here. It's going to be 1st and 16 at the Raiders 2. Patrick Mahomes shotgun formation here. 2 tight ends, 2 receivers. Patrick Mahomes drops back here. He's going to take a shot deep downfield. It's tipped. Intercepted by the Raiders. Intercepted by the Raiders. Trayvon Moore runs it back to the 3-yard line. I didn't see who tipped it. The Raiders tipped the ball, intercepted. It's going to be 1st and goal at the 5. There's a few keys to the Raiders beating the Chiefs. Number 1, got to put pressure on Mahomes with 4. They did that. Number 2, you got to be able to run the ball. They've had some success. It has to do with end arounds run, but they have had some success. Number 3, you got to get a turnover. All three things, and the Raiders have done it. The Raiders have done it. They're in excellent position here. Is defensive tackle got some pressure up the middle and forced a interception here. The Raiders are in excellent position to go ahead and look. I'm gonna let you know right now. Let me see if I can get some action down. Okay, so I can take the Chiefs -2.5, which I'm going to pause on because I want to see what happens here. 1st and goal, and if the Raiders score, I'm going to put some action on the Chiefs. We'll see what the lines end up being, but I'm not afraid to bet on Kansas City, even when they're down. Even if I lose 50, I lose 50. It's my Chiefs. Alexander Mattison just powered forward here, but was short of the end zone here. His momentum's clearly shifted in this game. 2nd and goal at the half-yard line here. Minshew's in shotgun formation here. They're going to motion Crosby towards the middle here, but Madison stops short of the end zone here. They're letting the play keep going. Normally they would stop it, but they're going to let the play keep going. It's going to be 3rd and goal at the half-yard line. 3rd and goal at the half-yard line here as the Raiders look to take the lead. The money line, if you're paying attention or put some action down, is kind of fluctuating here. Now it's stopped. They've taken everything off. If the Raiders score, I will be putting 1, maybe 2 bets down. We'll see what happens. But I already got 25 on the money line. I may put another 25 down. Maybe a total 75. We'll find out. Gardner Minshew, goal line formation here. Hand off to Madison. He's going to be stopped. And then, he's going to be stopped. stopped at looks like the 2 or the 3 yard line. So instead of going right up the middle, they get a little cute, try to go to the outside 4th and goal. We're going to see what the Raiders do. I'm going to level with you. If I'm the Raiders, I kick a field goal right here. I don't mess around. I just kick a field goal and go make this a 17-16 game with the momentum. I don't go for it here. You made a bad play call on offense, but on 4th and goal, they're going to go for it. I want to be clear. I think this is a mistake. Win or lose, I think this is a mistake. I would just taken a point. Shotgun empty set here for Gardner Minshew. And Minshew's going to get sacked in the backfield. It's going to be a loss of 5. It's going to be 1st and 10 Chiefs. Big mistake by the Raiders. I had an opportunity to put some money down. I should have put some extra bets down. I did not. That's on me. 17-13. And what a big mistake by the Raiders. You just go right up the middle. You go quarterback sneak. You do the tush push. You're on the half-yard line. Instead, they try to get cute. They go to the outside. They lose yards. Then they go empty set on 4th down. A bad play call. You had a chance to at least put points on the board. You should have taken advantage of it. There's 3 things you have to do to beat the Kansas City Chiefs. Number 1, you have to put pressure with you have to put pressure on Patrick Mahomes with just forward. Raiders can do that. You have to get some sort of running game going. It's been inconsistent, but they have been able to get some runs going. I like what they did earlier with some jet sweeps. And number 3, you got to get a turnover. So you get the turnover, you don't take advantage of it. Chiefs ball. Big mistake. Big mistake. Saints were not able to get anything, even though they got the ball down deep here. 5:08 in the third here. Chargers 16-5, but the Saints got the ball. Bills 31, Seahawks 3. Broncos 28, Panthers 7. Javonte Williams getting a little more, but not really helping out on fantasy. Bo Nix, 3 touchdowns. Zaire. Yeah, you're doing good. Latin Assassin, after today, we'll start discussing a new left tackle. Why do we put our great quarterback in this situation? And Javonte got a touchdown? Please tell me Javonte scored that touchdown. That would make me so happy. I told everybody to play him. I don't see the Javonte touchdown. I got Nate at no, it was McLaughlin. McLaughlin got the touchdown, not Javonte. At least that's what ESPN reports. Please tell me I'm wrong. Yeah, McLaughlin. They like that kid too. They like that kid. He's been doing really good. But I feel so bad because I was really adamant that to start Javonte and he's not doing much. So there is a chance. I want to see what happens here. I want to know if Sua Matea ends up being starting left tackle. And no, Wanda Morse is still in there. Kareem Hunt is going to go around the right side. Looks like he had a gain of 4. So Latin Assassin, what a great name. By the way, Latin Assassin, if you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button. With that cool of a name, I need you as a subscriber, my friend. Kareem Hunt corkscrews himself right up the middle for a gain of 3. It's going to be a 3rd and short here. By the way, Zaire, that is just awesome, brother. I love when people come on the channel winning on fantasy football. That's my goal this year, is to help everybody I can to win their fantasy league. So, Dave, what's up, brother? Did I drop Evan Ingram? Ingram had, I don't know the exact numbers, but I know he had a touchdown. I don't know, man. I'll be honest with you. I really like Evan Ingram. I really do. I'm not sure I would do that. I'll be honest with you. Patrick Mahomes is going to scramble around the right side. He's got pressure. He's going to scramble and get the first down. It's going to be first down. Mahomes here. He's got a gain of 2. I would, listen, Dave, if you decide you want to do this, I would not blame you one bit. But As of right now, Jacksonville has a passing offense. He's a valuable weapon. I mean, with Tampa, I like Otten. I mean, these are two good options, but I'm leaning Ingram just by a hair. I know he got a touchdown today. I don't know who did what though. So, 1st and 10. I believe that's Kareem Hunt. No, correction. That's a Carson Steele. What happened is my screen just went a little goofy, but Carson, as Perry calls him, Carson, the man of steel, goes forward for a gain of 4. Dave, I'm so glad to see you, man. Zaire, I have no idea why the Colts don't start him. I have no. Look. You have a team that needs you, and he's not. I don't get it. Another handoff for Carson Steele around the right side, tackled viciously after a gain of 1. Diablo, the former safety out of Virginia Tech, that they made into a linebacker. So there's a lot of trash talk. Max Crosby's talking a lot of trash. And I love Max Crosby. I'm not gonna lie. I 100%. If they start, you should absolutely. That's the smartest thing. Maybe not the smartest thing. I don't know you that well, but that's a smart move. 3rd and 5 here. Patrick Mahomes back to pass. He's going to drop it off. Oh my God! This was tipped by the Chiefs receiver Xavier Worthy, caught by Noah Gray for a 1st down. There's not too many things I haven't seen in football before, but a receiver tipping the ball, trying to make a reception, ended up off the reflection. His own teammate gets it. What a crazy play. 1st down for the Chiefs on a key 3rd down. At the end of the 3rd, Chiefs 17, Raiders 13. What about Adams? Should I sell? I don't, let's take a look. Let's take a look at the numbers here. Let's take a look, because I don't know what he did today. I'm leaning towards no. I really don't, because I know things are bleak, but I have a hard time believing that things aren't going to get turned around. 4 for 54. All right. Hold on, I hit the wrong button here. I want to take a look, because I do think the Jets have some winnable games. Okay, look, their next game's Houston, okay? After that, Arizona and Indianapolis. I know they've lost 5 straight. I know it's frustrating. If you have some options that are viable, but I'm going to tell you something, like, I still think he's worth playing. I really do. I really think he's worth playing. But I'm always a fan of selling high. 4 for 53. That's not really, like, I don't know what you can get for him, but I will say this, like, I do think you're going to get an uptick in production. I really, really do think you'll get an uptick in production, but I don't know how much. I don't know what to make of that team or the psyche, but I do think he'll have an uptick in production. Here's what I do every week. I figure out the best matchup of my team in free agency, and I add them to my team. I recommend the same thing. If you can pick, here's the deal. If you could pick up somebody better, and I have no idea who's on your waiver wire list, I always do it. With Michael Pittman Jr., I would only start any Colts receiver. Now, keep in mind, Josh Downs had a good game. I would only start Colts receivers if Flacco's starting. I'm keeping Tillman. I don't blame you, man. I mean, I think Winston's going to be the starter here on out, and why not see what he does one more week? Back to action here. Patrick Mahomes running around the right side here. He's pumping. He's going to scramble, and he's going to be tackled after a gain of 3. So it's going to be 2nd and 7 here for the Chiefs. I had no idea you're a Jets fan. Dave, I had no idea you're a Jets fan. If I was a Jets fan, I would be extremely frustrated because I was one of those people that I really thought the Jets, like I was all in on the Jets hype, not last year, but this year. Like I really think you got something. I have no idea why the defense isn't any good. 2nd and 7 here. It's going to be diamond formation. Kareem Hunt. He's going to power forward for a gain. This could be a first down. He was stopped a couple of yards short. Just kept on fighting. Looks like they're going to give him a first down. He was stopped about 2 yards short. Kept on fighting. The Chiefs' offensive line is doing a good job. Now, keep in mind what the Raiders are doing is they're playing a shell coverage. They're only putting they're only putting pressure on Mahomes with 4, and they are getting pressure. And the Chiefs' offensive line is getting some pressure. Kareem Hunt's going to go around the left side here. He's going to corkscrew himself for a gain of 1. So it's going to be a 2nd and 9. There's a flag on the play here. We're going to see what this flag is. So I need to watch this. I watched only the red zone. I need to watch the whole game. I got the Sunday tickets. I'm going to try to check it out. After the live stream today, there's a holding call on the Chiefs. So it's going to be a 1st and 20 here. After this game, I'm going to grab something to eat. I'll wait. 3rd consecutive holding call, or a 3rd call second half on Wanda Morris, starting left tackle. He's having some problems. So they're talking about Cooper DeJean going to be the best weight cornerback. Meanwhile, the Broncos have Riley Moss. Riley Moss is playing some really good football. That whole Denver defense is really good right now. 1st and 20 for the Chiefs here. Patrick Mahomes, empty set here. Patrick Mahomes going back to pass here. He's going to scramble around to the left side. He's just going to throw the ball down at the ground here. I'm not sure if this was just a busted play or what's going on, but 2nd and 20 here for the Kansas City Chiefs. And I see what happened here. The Chiefs are trying to set up a screen, and when it didn't happen, Patrick Mahomes just decided to throw the ball in the dirt. Smart play by Patrick Mahomes. 2nd and 20, though, puts the Chiefs in kind of a bad situation. But I wouldn't count the Chiefs out. They are up by 4, so. 2nd and 20, he motions Kareem Hunt to the top of the formation. Empty set, trips to the bottom. Kareem Hunt, DeAndre Hopkins to the top. Patrick Mahomes back to pass. He's going to throw the ball. It's going to be McCole Hardman. He's going to get a gain of about 7. So it's going to be 3rd and about 13 for the Kansas City Chiefs here. And what the Chiefs were doing is they're trying to get something downfield, I think towards the middle of the formation. Max Crosby is causing all sorts of problems. Great game by Max Crosby. Great game by Max Crosby. Panthers kick a field goal, 28. Hopefully Javonte Williams can get some points for people that I recommended. Patrick Mahomes is going to be in shotgun formation here. 3rd down and 12 here for the Chiefs at their own 43. Patrick Mahomes back to pass here. He's going to scramble around. He's going to scramble. He's going to run. He's at midfield. He's to the 45. He's going to get a first down. Patrick Mahomes first down, a gain of 13 here. Nobody was open. Patrick Mahomes just ran for a first down, keeps the drive alive. Patrick Surtain is having a monster year. That dude, phenomenal game. I remember the Panthers could have chose Surtain. They went with J.C. Horn instead. I was really critical about that. J.C. Horn's a fine player. Patrick Surtain's special. Back to the game here. It's going to be a 2-yard gain for Kareem Hunt just going around the left side. And what the Chiefs are doing is nothing overly fancy here. Right now, they just want to run the ball. I mean, this is just you're dropping 7. You got a 4-man front. We're going to run the ball. 2nd and 8 here for the Chiefs. I didn't know Jameis had a TikTok. Zaire, I don't do TikTok myself, but I've been recommended. It's just not something I just always pictured like 10-year-old girls. That's why But I've had a lot of people recommend I get on TikTok, start doing some videos, pics, etc. But I don't have one. 3rd and 4 here for the Kansas City Chiefs here. Very key 3rd down as they're not exactly in field goal range. If they do try for a field goal, it'd be a very, very long one. This would be about 54 yards, well within Butker's range, but I don't know if that's really ideal. Samurai P. Ryan enters the game. Patrick Mahomes back to pass. He's going to throw it. And it's Travis Kelce for a Chiefs 1st down. We haven't called his name all 2nd half, but he gets the nice 13-yard completion. The Chiefs are now inside the red zone. Travis Kelce, 8 catches, 77 yards, and a touchdown. Not a bad game for Travis Kelce. Guys had a struggling season. 12-0 Commandos shutting down the Bears. Battle of number 1 versus number 2. Jaden Daniels clearly looks like the better pick so far. Long season, though. 1st and 10 for the Chiefs at the Raiders 20. Xavier Worthy motions down to the bottom of the formation here. Patrick Mahomes trying to get the ball to Xavier Worthy. Raiders have it covered. They're going to jump it out to Justin Watson for a nice gain of 6. This is a nice job by the Raiders defense here as they read this play perfectly. They read that they were just going to try to get a little bubble screen, slip screen, whatever you want to call it, to get the ball to Worthy in the backfield with some blockers. Didn't work out. Instead, they throw a 7-yard completion to Watson. However, Javion Chasen, who's had a fantastic game, gets nailed for a roughing the passer penalty. And may have been a little acting on Mahomes, as this was not a vicious hit, but may have been a little acting on Mahomes here. Mahomes may have flopped a little bit, but it was kind of a stupid play by Chasen. Could have avoided putting the touch. He just wanted to kind of touch Mahomes. Mahomes may have flopped a little bit. I'm not mad at him. 1st and goal for the Kansas City Chiefs at the 7. Patrick Mahomes shotgun formation, Kareem Hunt to his right. Patrick Mahomes back to pass here. He's going to throw the ball. He was trying to actually hit Danny Fortson, former Chiefs practice squad receiver, turned tight end. Was with the Dolphins, released, now back with Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes, 23 out of 33, 232, 1 touchdown and 1 interception, as Patrick Mahomes throws an interception in every single game. That's just how he is. Looks like DeAndre Swift, 56-yard touchdown, makes this an interesting game. I also saw Seattle scored. I don't know if they the thing is, I don't know who scored the touchdown for Seattle. I'll get to that. A little shuffle pass for Travis Kelce, but only a gain of 2. It's going to be 3rd and goal at the 5. What I think that you're going to see here from the Kansas City Chiefs is even if you get the ball like at the 1, I fully expect the Chiefs to try to make this a 7-point game. The Raiders offense really hasn't done much. So Zach Charbonnet, I know my buddy needed Walker. Charbonnet's a player I absolutely love, though. Patrick Mahomes back to pass. Tried to get Xavier Worthy one-on-one. It's incomplete. So on 4th and goal here, we're going to see Harrison Butker come out. So, yeah, I know, man. I know. But the good news is, and they may look at this. There's a chance that this is a fumble. And if that's the case, because if this is a fumble, this could be Chiefs ball at the 1. I think Andy Reid's discussing it and thinking about challenging it, but they're just going to go with the field goal. It was a nice play design, but very good job by the Raiders covering it as they were trying to get Xavier Worthy one-on-one here. 24-yard field goal by Harrison Butker is up and good with 8:44 left in the 4th. Chiefs are up by 7. Chiefs are up by 7. Let's get you caught up here. Chargers got the ball. They're up by 11, 19-8. 11:55 left in the fourth. Bills blowing out the Seahawks 31-10. Looks like Seattle will get the ball back with 7:37 left in the fourth. See if they can do something. Broncos up comfortably 28-7 late in the third. And, of course, the good guys are up by 7 in beautiful Las Vegas. And Commanders got the ball after the 58-yard touchdown score is 12-7 late in the third. So I don't know if any of you guys are wanting to put any action down. Right now, the only game that's available, you can do a little you can take Kansas Chiefs 7.5 at plus 149. Your call. It's actually not a terrible bet. Plus 149, the Chiefs score again. Over-unders at 39.5. I should take some action on the over-under when it hit the 48s. I knew it wasn't going to be that high scoring of a game. You can take the Chargers minus 10.5. Over-unders 34.5. So if you think any scoring is going to happen, take some action. You can also take Denver minus 22.5. You also have the option of taking the Bills minus 20.5. None of these options I think are really, really good at this time. I don't see anything betting wise here that really kind of jumps out at me. You could actually take the Chiefs minus 6.5 at negative 243, which I will not do. Yeah, I know my boy Austin. Yeah, why couldn't Walker score? Yeah, because I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, there is a chance Kittle has a monster game. I just don't see him really outdoing CeeDee Lamb. By the way, I think CeeDee Lamb's going to have a monster game tonight. That's going to be a fun one. I personally can't wait to see Dallas, San Francisco, and I'm a Chiefs fan, but it's going to be a great game. Really good job by the Chiefs on this last drive. 19-play, 87-yard drive, eating up 9 minutes and 42 seconds, keeping that defense fresh. And that's important because, I mean, this Chiefs defensive line is just amazing. After giving up 10 points on the first 2 drives, the Raiders have had 3 points. Some really, really bad coaching decisions. The score could be 20-16 right now. Some really bad coaching decisions by the Raiders, giving the Chiefs the ball back after the interception. Part of getting the turnovers is taking advantage of the turnovers, and that's something that that's something the Raiders have not done. But we'll see what they can do here. This is fun. They're going to put Zach Bowers. Brock Bowers, the beautiful tight end out of Georgia. They're going to put him at running back now. They're going to flip him out here. Empty set here for the Raiders here. Chiefs bring blitz here. They drop it off to the backup tight end. Schenker. I think that's how you pronounce it. Schenker. For a nice 7-yard gain on first down here. Second and third for the Raiders here. And if you're the Raiders, you got all 3 timeouts. You got 8 minutes left. Just don't make any mistakes. Ideally, you score a touchdown, but I would even kick a field goal if you score quick enough. Empty formation here, trips to the top. Chiefs bring back-to-back blitz. It's a fumble picked up by Drew Tranquil. Chiefs ball. And this is exactly what you didn't want to do, is turn the ball over. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Kansas City Chiefs. So here's what happened. Instead of just sticking to their game plan, running the ball control, they want to get cute, throw the ball. The Chiefs responded by the empty formation by blitzing. The blitz panned off. Minshew fumbled. Chiefs ball. Why didn't I take 6.5? All right, we're going to go to commercial break. When we come back, Chiefs ball. Chiefs up by 7. All right, Chargers get the ball back. It's 19-8. 10:35 left in the fourth. Now, I did recommend starting J.K. Dobbins, 13 carries, 48 yards, and a score. 3 receptions for -5 yards, but he gets some points. I did not recommend Ladd McConkey, who has 102 and a touchdown. So I'm sorry. Really sorry about that. Seahawks 31. I'm sorry, Bills 31, Seahawks nothing here. Kenneth Walker, 9 carries. Oh, God, Kenneth Walker's having a terrible game. Four catches, 33 yards. 9 carries, 12 yards, and the touchdown was scored by Kenneth Walker. But Seahawks do have the ball and they're driving, so Austin, hopefully something can happen. Broncos 28, Panthers 7. I strongly recommended Javonte Williams, and he has 30 yards. So I apologize. I really screwed up. But the game is exactly like I thought it would be. Broncos blowout. I was expecting a lot of Javonte Williams. Chiefs 20, Raiders 13, 8 minutes as we're on commercial break, and the Commanders have the ball and they're driving. They're up 12-7, start of the fourth quarter in the battle of number 1 versus number 2 pick in the 2024 draft. So we'll keep an eye out on all those games for you. We will return to action here shortly. Chiefs will take over in enemy territory after the Gardner Minshew fumble. And I'm going to be very clear. This is not, I know Gardner Minshew fumbled. You can blame him. These were some really bad play designs because this really looked like the Raiders kind of went into panic mode. Look, you had an opportunity to score a field goal, make this a 4-point game. You didn't do that. You should have just stuck to your original game plan, not panic. The Chiefs read it that you went into panic mode. Kareem Hunt, he's going to go. He breaks 3 here. He went around the left side, broke free for a second, ankle tackled by Robert Spillane, leads the NFL in tackles, to be a nice 6-yard gain for the Kansas City Chiefs. It's the Kansas City Chiefs with 7-point lead. I fully expect them just to try to run the ball, get a field goal, get up by 10, and just eat up some clock here. Kareem Hunt, 17 carries, 56 yards, and a score. Let's plant some trees with Dottle out now to pick up and play Jalen Warren or Tolbert PPR. Is there a possibility you can pick up Dalvin Cook? Dalvin Cook was activated this week. Is there any chance you can pick up Dalvin Cook for the Cowboys? He was activated. But out of the 2, I like Warren. Yeah, if you have Dalvin Cook's activated. It may be too late, but if you have the option to pick up Dalvin Cook, pick up Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook can play, folks. I don't know why it's taking so long. Yeah, Dalvin Cook, but I don't think this is an indoor situation, but I don't know. 3rd and 2 here for the Chiefs here. It's going to be Kareem Hunt just right up the middle. He's going to get a Kansas City Chiefs first down, as you're going to see Kansas City Chiefs just beating up the Raiders here. The Kansas City Chiefs are just, look, you're the Raiders. You don't want to get down by 2 touchdowns. So what you want to do is you got to protect yourself against Mahomes. But Kansas City Chiefs are reading that by just running Kareem Hunt. Kareem Hunt, this is an excellent game. It may not appear that way, but this is an excellent game. He's moving the chains. This is exactly what you need. We're going under 6 minutes here. Chiefs 1st and 10 at the Raiders 27-yard line. P. Ryan's going to take over. It's going to be a play-action passer and dump it off to Justin Watson. He's going to get a nice 8-yard reception on first down. Great job by the Kansas City Chiefs going play-action pass right here to get an 8-yard gain. Plus, you keep the clock moving. So on 2nd and 2, keep yourself with an excellent situation where you have the lead and you have the clock working for you. It's going to be 2nd and 2 here for the Kansas City Chiefs. By the way, Lex plants some trees. Find out if you can pick up Dalvin Cook. If you can't, I would go with Warren over Tolbert, personal opinion. But let me know what you do, brother. 2nd and 2 for the Kansas City Chiefs here. Looks like Chiefs are going to call a timeout. 5:19 left in the game here. Chiefs are up by a touchdown. Key second down here for the Kansas City Chiefs. The number one goal that you want to do if you're the Kansas City Chiefs right now is more important than scoring, is you want to eat some of this clock up. You really want to eat some of this clock up. The last thing you want to do is, even if you only kick a field goal but you don't use up some of that clock, you still have the Raiders with all 3 timeouts remaining. You still got to give them an opportunity, and that's the last thing that you want. Let's go ahead and let's get caught up on the score here. 31-10 Broncos. Well, okay, so I'm on ESPN. I got 28-7 still. I have Bills 31-10. Saints are driving in Chargers territory with 6:55 left in the fourth. If the Saints score, we could have a one-possession game. We could have some fun here. Bears have the ball, 14:04 in the fourth, down by 5. They are driving. Broncos look like they're going to go ahead and punt. My boy Javonte Williams is up to 38 yards, but I'm very disappointed for anybody who listened to me. I feel terrible for anybody who listened to me, because I really thought Javonte Williams would have a monster game, and could not be more wrong. Could not be more wrong. But yeah, Dottle is out. I would strongly recommend Jaylen Warren instead. That's just my personal opinion. Dalvin Cook is active. I saw that last night, but I didn't have any idea that Dowdle would be out. But when I saw Cook, I actually sent that to a buddy of mine who's a Cowboys fan. It's like, I've been waiting for this. Dalvin Cook, if you can pick him up, do it. I love their draft. They traded down, and then that Tyler Guyton, who was just, by the way, Tyler Guyton was just skyrocketing up boards. How the Cowboys traded down and got him. Cooper Beebe is going to be phenomenal. I didn't understand. I really thought they could have done more, but I kind of think like this was the plan all along. 2nd and 2 here. Kareem Hunt's going to take the ball here. He's going to go around the left side, but he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Possibly he lost a half a yard. So it's going to be a 3rd down and 2 here for the Kansas City Chiefs here. And I believe the Raiders took a timeout. So can you pick up Dalvin Cook? If you can pick up Dalvin Cook, get him. I don't mind Warren, but I think Najee Harris is going to get more touches. I think Dalvin Cook could have 20 touches in this game. I understand the 49ers have a tough defense. I get that. But Dalvin Cook, I've always been a huge Dalvin Cook fan. And he's got fresh legs. So I would go with Dalvin Cook personally. I've also been adamant that I thought, Javonte Williams was a must play. The Raiders used their first timeout, so with 5:12 left in the fourth here, 3rd and 2. If the Chiefs get a first down here after making the Raiders use a timeout, that's just amazing. Travis Kelce's lined up as a fullback. He's going to go line up next to Noah Gray here. It's going to be a bootleg here. And it's going to be a throw, and it's going to be Kelce for the first down. And he wisely goes backwards so the clock doesn't stop, even though it is outside of 5 minutes. So it's going to be 1st and goal. There's a flag on the play here. It's going to be 1st and goal as is. We'll see what this flag is here. Nice play call designed by Andy Reid on the bootleg. And it's going to be holding on the Raiders. Obviously, it's going to be declined. So. Are you, Zaire, please tell me you're going to, if you're a Cowboys fan, this makes a lot of sense. And I'm always been a big Dalvin Cook fan, so I absolutely love this move. So I would strongly suggest you do it. But there was a lot of talk because Derrick Henry lives in Dallas during the offseason. I don't know the whole story, but I know he has a home or he stays in Dallas. And there was a lot of talk, but apparently they couldn't make the money work. But it wouldn't have been as good I think Barkley's a better fit because keep in mind, Mike McCarthy's a pass-first coach. Barkley, I think, would have been a much better fit, but there was some talk about Henry. There wasn't really any talk with Barkley because the reason why is that when you gave a lot of money to Dak and you give a lot of money to CeeDee Lamb, you have to save somewhere, and they decided they wanted to save its running back position. Kareem Hunt stopped behind the line of scrimmage on a second down, so it's going to be 2nd and 8 at the second and goal from the 8 here. Raiders are going to take another timeout. 5:03 left in the fourth quarter. As you're going to see the Chiefs, I firmly expect the Chiefs to just play ball control here for the rest of the fourth quarter, try to eat up some clock here. Great job by the Raiders. Actually, that's the backup defensive end here on that play. Charles Snowden, nice pickup. Correction, that wasn't Snowden. That was Adam Butler. I thought he was playing defensive end, so mistake on my part. I have 5 different running backs that played at 302. Oh, Ray. You're in the Kansas City area, okay? So like I'm still getting used to the West Coast times. The early games are at 10. It drives me nuts. A little play action. Xavier Worthy, touchdown, Kansas City. I said they're going to just run the clock down. Correction, they throw it. Xavier Worthy touchdown, 26-13. The Raiders with no timeouts left, now down by 2 touchdowns. Yeah, Robinson, Kamara. I don't know about Robinson. I know Kamara has some production for you. JK's got at least a touchdown. Maybe he'll get some more production. Kareem Hunt, I'm not sure what we'll see for the rest of the day here from him. And I have no idea about Brian Robinson. But hopefully you're doing good here with your league. Kick is up and good. There's a flag on the play, 4:59 left. It's offside against the Raiders. More than likely, this will be enforced on the kickoff. So it is a lot, man. It is quite a bit. Let's see how you're doing. I don't know what happened, but the Chargers are driving. 4 receptions, 11 yards. That's good because Dobbins doesn't catch a lot of passes. So it's a little rare for him. 4 catches, 11 yards, 56 on the ground and a touchdown. That's really good. It should be good for your league anyway. Brian Robinson, I have no idea. The Commanders got the ball back. Hit the wrong button here. Robinson, 60 yards on the ground, 1 catch, 11 yards. No touchdowns. Not a terrible game, but not really good. Kamara, I thought, put up some points. 10 carries, 67 yards, 6 catches, 55. You're in a PPR, so that's solid. That's solid. And Kareem Hunt's having a good game for you. I thought he'd have about 4 to 7 catches today. 1 catch. Okay, I thought he had more. 1 catch, 4 yards, but 59 and a touchdown. That's not bad at all. James Cook, 2 touchdowns. I'm a big James Cook fan. Unfortunately for my brother here, Austin, it doesn't look like you're going to get your points. Good luck tonight. Panthers are driving, but I doubt they're going to win this game. For those of you I said start Javonte Williams, I am so sorry. I would have started 4 catches for 8 yards. So if you're in a PPR league, gets you a few extra, but only 38 yards on the ground, no touchdowns. That's not good at all. I'm so sorry. 4:59 left in the game here. Patrick Mahomes, 27 out of 38, 262, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. Chiefs look like they're in shape to stay undefeated as they're up by 2 touchdowns, less than 5 minutes in the game, no timeouts, down by 2 touchdowns. The Raiders will get the ball back. I've seen weirder things. Travis Kelce, 10 receptions, 90 yards, and a score. Real good game for you fantasy football owners if you kept Kelce. I did predict a DeAndre Hopkins touchdown. It looks like I am lying, but hey, 4:59, never know. Xavier Worthy got the score instead. Harrison Butker is going to kick this deep in the end zone. It's going to be down. 4:59 left in the game. Raiders down by 2 scores. We'll see what Gardner Minshew has left. Maybe he has something. You never know. I've seen a lot of weird things in the National Football League. I do know that 5 minutes left. You never know. But this Chiefs defense is good. We saw the blitz really affect the Raiders' passing game. I'm kind of expecting Spags to keep dialing up the pressure here. Shotgun formation for Minshew here. He's going to motion Tucker to the top of the formation here. Chiefs only bring 4. He's going to drop it off to Madison for a gain of 8 here. Herbert, 270 and a score. Solid game for Herbert. Very solid game for Herbert. Looks like Chargers will win that game. I'll keep tabs on all this here. Raiders are going to go hurry up here for you fantasy owners that started Gardner Minshew. You may be able to get some points here. Chiefs showing blitz here. They're going to bring pressure here. They're going to drop it off to Madison. Madison's going to get the first down and some additional yards. Nice job by Madison. Madison, for your fantasy owners, is not having a terrible game. He's going to get some points here, especially if you're in a PPR league. 1st and 10 for the Raiders at their own 48, but the Raiders are going to huddle as Madison was able to get out of bounds. So the Denver defense is playing amazing, Perry. The Denver defense is playing absolutely amazing. 4:26 is left in the game. Raiders are at their own 48. 1st and 10 as the Raiders are going to try to do something. Chiefs only bring 4. Minshew, quick throw here to Tucker. He's going to get another first down. I kind of thought the Chiefs would play a little more aggressive, but it looks like the Chiefs are just going to bring 4, drop everybody back, play a little prevent, allow the Raiders to dink and dunk here, which is what the Raiders were trying to do earlier. I thought they should have been more balanced, try to run the ball. Minshew back to pass here. Chiefs bring 5 here. Minshew, there's a flag on the play that usually indicates holding. Nice catch by Tucker, who was laying on the ground, but it's going to go for naught as this is going to be a holding call, and this is going to go back. Yeah, I recommended not to play Ladd McConkey, and I am not looking smart on that. Yeah, I'm not looking smart. On that play, the Raiders took down Chris Jones. Chris Jones, even though the stat sheet's not going to be littered with numbers, he's having a massive impact on this game. 1st and 20 for the Raiders here. 3:56 left in the game. Empty set. The Chiefs only bring 4. It's going to be dropped off to Bowers. He's going to get 10. Bowers adding to an impressive resume for rookie receivers, not tight ends, receivers in general, as Bowers is just having a phenomenal year. As a Chiefs fan, would you be scared to play the Lions? I think anybody would be scared to play the Lions right now. I mean, that's a scary team, man. Of course I would be. I absolutely would be scared to play the Lions. You have a defense that makes a bunch of plays, a special teams unit that after today played elite. I mean, that's a game where a special teams coach gets fired. And you have a high-powered offense. I mean, you know, I seriously, Detroit can make a case that they're the best team in the NFL. They really can. Justin Herbert touchdown to Ladd McConkey. I recommended not playing him. 3rd and 10 here. The Chiefs bring pressure here. Nice play by Bowers. This was just such a great play by Bowers. reaches down with a shoestring catch, then powers forward for another several yards. He could have been stopped after a gain of 2 or 3. Ended up getting a gain of 9. It's 4th and 1. The Raiders will go for it. And you can make a case, by the way, Chris Jones was held there, but they're not going to call that. 4th and 1 here for the Raiders, and it's a quick throw here, complete for a gain of 4. Chiefs are indicating that he trapped it, but it looks like it's going to be a catch. Turner for the first down here. Raiders are going to go ahead and hurry up and snap the ball and spike it. The spike was mostly due to the fact that he didn't want the Chiefs to look at that and challenge, because there was a very good chance that this was not a catch. They're going to take a look at this, and I think it's a catch, but I mean, it was bobbled a little bit. It didn't look like it hit the ground. It looked like it was a catch, but I don't blame the Raiders for just spiking the ball right there. Smart play, smart veteran move. 2nd and 10 for the Raiders at the Chiefs' 26-yard line. 2:43 left in the game. Down by 2 touchdowns, so you need to score here. Raiders, Amir Abdullah catches the ball. It's going to be a first down, but the clock continues to move. What you want to do if you're the Raiders is you want to score before the 2-minute warning. If you can score before the 2-minute warning, even if you don't get the onside kick, there is a chance that you could stop the Chiefs and get the ball back. But you in order to do that, you have to score before the 2-minute warning. They have no timeouts left. You know what? If we have some bonus coverage, I'm going to go to that game, because this looked all Commanders, and then you get the 58-yard touchdown. You never know. Denver Gator! I said I pity the fool that doesn't like the Broncos. Big win by Denver. Great game by Bo Nix. Great game by Bo Nix. So the play clock stopped because Nick Bolton was injured. He had to be taken out, so the Chiefs had to burn a timeout. On 3rd and 1, nice 10-yard reception by Tucker as the Raiders are hurrying up. They're trying to score before the 2-minute warning here. 2:15, and they're going to spike the ball. 2:14. It'll be 1st and 10. Technically, it's not goal to go. It's 1st and 10 at the 10.5. And this is going to be really interesting. Nice job here by Tucker, one-on-one against one of the best corners in football. McDuffie wins that battle. What you're going to see here from the Raiders, if you're watching on TV and you're muting the sound, you're going to see a shot in the end zone right here, because you have to score before the 2-minute warning. In order to win this game, you have to score before the 2-minute warning. Gardner Minshew back to pass here. He's going to scramble as he's got pressure. He's going to try and run, and Leo Chenal's going to push him out of bounds after looks like a gain of nothing, so 2:07 left. And what you're seeing was a shot into the end zone. It's not a situation where a 4 or 5-yard gain doesn't really help you at this point. It's really touchdown or bust. Because if you go ahead and catch the ball in bounds, it's 2-minute warning. If you score after the 2-minute warning and the Chiefs get the ball, you can just take 3 kneel downs. So the goal is going to be a quick slant right here. It's a 3rd and 10 at the 11. 2:07 left here. Chiefs showing blitz here. Chiefs bringing the pressure here. Gardner Minshew is going to get rid of it in the end zone. It's going to be caught. Touchdown, Turner. Touchdown, Raiders, right before the 2-minute warning. 2:03 left in the game. The Raiders are going to go ahead, kick the extra point. Here's the drill, because after the onside kick attempt, with the 2-minute warning, the Chiefs have to run a play if the Chiefs get the ball back. I've seen weirder things. The onside kicks can be recovered. Nice job here by the Raiders. Nice job by Gardner Minshew. By the way, Gardner Minshew took a shot by Karlaftis. More for the Bears injury. Oh boy, that's not good. We're going to have an extra point attempt, and now we're going to get for an onside kick. We'll see what happens. 2:03's left, so Drew Tranquil shaken up on that game. So we have both Chiefs starting linebackers are shaken up. Drew Tranquil, free agent acquisition from the Chargers, has just been playing lights out. playing lights out. Nick Bolton, second round draft pick out of Missouri. He's a guy that's going to, I think he hits free agency next year, and he's going to be a guy that's going to command some money when he hits free agency. He's really been playing really good. Very important extra point here is the Raiders need this in order to try to have any hopes of overtime. Kicks up and good, 2:03 left, and we have an onside kick coming. Kittle and Debo will play against Cowboys tonight. Yeah, I had a feeling both would play. Both are not really 100%, but both need to have big games in order for them to have a chance. This is as look. It's week 8, so you can't really say it's a must game. But this is kind of a must game. I mean, Washington, if they win, they'll be 6-2. You're the Cowboys. You're at 3-3. You need to win. It's a little different of the situation with San Francisco. They could still lose and still be in really great shape. But you have the Rams winning. They look like they're getting healthy. They're getting on track. Seattle did lose. The Cardinals won the last-second field goal. I don't know how much you fear them, but keep in mind they did beat you already. I think it's more important for the Cowboys, to be honest with you, and they're fresh off of a bye too. So I mean, I really want to see in a situation where I do have the Cowboys winning, but it's going to be a great game. Hans team is out for the Chiefs. Onside kick ensuing. The Raiders recover this. We got a game. If the Chiefs recover, they will need to run. They will need one. They actually don't need a first down, but they will run a play. The onside kick gets a nice bounce. It's bobbled around. We're going to find out. I believe the Chiefs recovered, but there's a scrum, and the referees are pointing Chiefs ball. There's some pushing and shoving. Jalen Hicks, the rookie's talking trash to somebody. Leo Chenel's wisely pushing him away. And Danny Fortson's still on the ground here. And by the way, this is what you want when you get the onside kick, is that what you want to do is that you get the bounce, it goes up in the air, and you have an opportunity. Commanders 100-yard fumble, touchdown by a big man. God, wow. All right. So I don't know what happened there, but according to ESPN, nobody scored. So I don't know what happened. Bears try to get cute. I have no idea what happened, but ESPN's not caught up, I guess, because it's still showing 12-2. It's still 12-7. Saints are driving. They're down 26-8. Panthers got the ball at the 2-minute warning. This game's wrapped up. Broncos 28, Panthers 7. For those of you that listened to me and started Javonte Williams, I am so sorry. 17 carries, 44 yards. 4 catches, 8 yards. I mean, I did predict correctly 21 touches, but, you know, I have no idea what's going on. All I know it's Washington's ball. Okay, yeah. I think he was ruled down or something, Denver Gator. I don't know. I'm just ESPN showing that Washington has the ball at their own 4. Oh, down by contact. Okay, yeah. Yeah, not smart. Not smart. Not smart. Damn shame, too. Damn shame. I'll keep everybody informed of what's going on here. If you're doing any in-game betting, like myself with BetUS, I won $11. I had bet 25, but I got the Chiefs money line. You can take the Washington Commanders minus 4.5. You can also take them money line at -250. I wouldn't recommend that. That's the only game you can put action on. Actually, it just changed, and now it's locked up. So. All right. We'll see what's going on. We'll see what's going on because I'm enjoying the fact that I've won money again with BetUS. Danny Fortson, who recovered the onside kick, is not even putting any pressure down on his right foot. Damn shame. Guy really, really liked and just had all sorts of injuries with the Chiefs, and then signed with the Dolphins when they released him. So at the 2-minute warning, the Chiefs are going to go ahead and take a kneel down. I misunderstood this, so I apologize. I thought that it would be a 2-minute warning, so the Chiefs would have to run the play. It's not the case at all. This game is over. This game is over. The Chiefs are going to take 2 more knees, and that's it. The Raiders have no timeouts. I was under the impression the clock would stop one more time, but since the since the onside kick lasted, the 2-minute warning was after the onside kick. The Chiefs can go ahead and just take 2 more knees here, and this game is over. Chiefs stay undefeated. Raiders drop to 2-6. Brock Bowers, very, very, very impressive. Very, very, very impressive. Gardner Minshew had some moments, had some mistakes. I felt ultimately the Raiders just kind of choked. They made some really bad coaching decisions, didn't take the points when they needed to. Timeouts were in bad situations. They really had a chance. They really had a legitimate chance to win this game. Kansas City Chiefs are going to take 1 more knee down. This game is over, folks. Chiefs 27, Raiders 20. You know what? You know what? Let's see what we can do here. We're going to go live because I have a Sunday ticket. We're going to go live. We're going to check out Washington and Chicago. If any other games you guys want to check out, we will. But we're going to go ahead and show you some bonus coverage here. You're going to get some bonus coverage on Dan Talks Football. We're going to go live to Bears Commanders, 4:21 left. The Bears have the ball at the 38-yard line. It's going to be DeAndre Swift right up the middle. So we're going to have some fun. Let's have some fun. We'll do a little play-by-play Washington and Chicago. I got the Sunday ticket. If you can't watch it for yourself, we're going to go check out Bears and Commanders here. 2nd and 10 for the Bears. 4 minutes left in the game. Bears are down by 5. Caleb Williams, shotgun formation. DeAndre Swift to his left. Caleb Williams back to pass here. He's got pressure. He's going to scramble away. He's going to throw the ball out of bounds here. So it's going to be 3rd and 10. So, you know what? Let's do it. We're going to do it. We'll do a little bonus coverage here. Dan Talks Football is going to go ahead and you know what? The game's over. The Chiefs went ahead and won. Bonus coverage. Bears, Commanders. Commanders are doing this stupid all black thing, which is dumb. I absolutely hate this. I hate this, but whatever. I hate the all black look, but I'm not going to lie. It looks kind of cool. I hate that they did it, but it actually does work. It's kind of cool. 3rd and 10, Caleb Williams staying in the pocket. He's going to drop it off to Roma Duze for a nice 15-yard gain and a 1st down. So the Bears convert on 3rd and 10 here. A nice job here by Caleb Williams staying in the pocket and getting the ball to fellow rookie for a 1st down here. He's going to go operate in a hurry-up offense here as they're under 3:30 left. It's going to be a handoff here. It's Rashawn Johnson, not DeAndre Swift, former 4th-round pick out of Texas, the other running back in the Texas backfield with Bijan Robinson. But he gets a nice 5-yard gain. So the all-white, yeah, I'll be honest, I kind of liked it, but not that game. They should have done it like in a division game. 28-7 final score here. Caleb Williams has pressure. He's scrambling around. He's going to throw it back. Oh, my God. Completion to Keenan Allen. They tell you never to do this. He was scrambling to his right, about ready to go out of bounds, threw the ball across his body to the middle of the field. Keenan Allen was there. First down, Chicago Bears. First down, Bears, and they're in the red zone. They're on the 18, down by 5. We got a game here. 2:24 left. They're huddling up. Knicks. Oh, nice job, Zaire. They're huddling up here. They're going to get a snap off before the 2-minute warning. They're at the 19-yard line here. It's going to be a handoff to DeAndre Swift. He's going to do a little stutter step, corkscrew himself down for a gain of 3. So as we approach the 2-minute warning, they're going to call it 2nd and 8. In reality, it's 2nd and 7. So if you're wondering what's going on, Chiefs win. But bonus coverage. I'm going to go ahead and talk about Bears and Commanders. Bears have the ball at the Commanders' 16-yard line, down by 5, 2 minutes left. I'm going to do play-by-play on the commercial break. I also went ahead and won my bet. So I'm now up to 280.83. So I'm now up to 280.83. I made a $100 deposit. I'm almost at $300. So do check out BetUS. You can go ahead and put some action down on the games. You can also put some action down on Sunday night if you're interested. So Panthers fans looked so sad. Right now, if you want to put some action down on the game, the Cowboys are a 5.5-point dog at -105. Cowboys money lines plus 210. I'm actually tempted to do that, but I'm going to go ahead and hold off here. I'm going to go ahead and hold off because I'm liking my balance at almost $300. Made a $100 deposit. I'm at 280. I'm only betting $25 a game. Only betting $25 a game, and all my bets are in $25 increments. I took some action when the Raiders took the lead on the Chiefs. I made a $25 bet to win 11. I'm going to take my $11 and I'm going home. My balance right now is $280.83. Not bad on a $100 deposit. BetUS has this fantastic promote. They have multiple promotions. I took the promotion. Whatever your deposit is, you can get a 20% bonus up to $2,500. My $100 bet or $100 deposit became $120. They gave me a $25 free bet, which I won. So I take 100, turn it into 280. Not exactly. I won a $25 free bet, which was 50. My $100 deposit won me 20. So out of that 170, I've turned that into a little over 280. The 170 turned exactly into 280.83 as of right now. So we'll see what happens. Second and 8. It's closer to 2nd and 7, by the way. At the 16, at the Commanders 17-yard line, 2 minutes. Bears down by 5. We'll see if Caleb Williams can have some magic. It's going to be direct run. Caleb Williams at the 15, shoestring tackle, gets a gain of 3 here. Deron Payne made the shoestring tackle as he had some room. He had some room, but Deron Payne made a nice shoestring tackle as he probably Caleb Williams probably would have got that first down, not scored. 3rd and 5 here as Chicago, even though they have all 3 timeouts, they're not going to call one. Washington has 1 timeout as they're going under 130. The reason why, if you're the Bears, if you don't want to call a timeout, you're more than happy with the clock ticking, because if you score, you have to get to 2-point conversion. Caleb Williams, it's going to be another direct run. He's going to run in the middle, and he's going to get a gain of 2. So it's going to be 4th and 3 here. Caitlin Elder, Brian Thomas Swift Richardson for Stroud and Gibbs. I'm tired of. I'm not an Anthony Richardson fan at all. I've been saying this for a long time. Get rid of him. Keep in mind, Stroud, they're running the ball a lot more than they're throwing the ball. The one thing I will tell you, though, is Swift and Thomas, that's a lot for Gibbs. That's a lot. I'm going to go. This is 4th down here for the Bears. 4th and 3 as we go under 35 seconds. Caleb Williams got the ball. He's going to go in the end zone. And there is a flag. Oh, Keenan Allen gets the call. It's going to be first down. I don't know if this is going to be a spot foul or not. Well, okay, so here's the drill. When Nico comes back, he's going to be solid, but he's not going to be spectacular. The issue that you have is that you're giving up a lot. Gibbs, great game today. I've been adamant. They've been using Gibbs more than Montgomery, but I've been adamant they should use Montgomery more. You need a touchdown. We'll see what happens, brother. I'm gonna stay live. We'll find out. Hopefully we win you one right here. I want to talk about this after the game. So I'm going to stay on. I want to rant about this, but we'll find out what happens here. First and goal at the 1 yard line. 31 seconds left in the game. Bears are down by 5. Caleb Williams going to throw a ball at the fade at the end zone. It's not even close. 27 seconds left. So here's the drill. You're the Bears. You have all 3 timeouts. I would not throw the ball. I would run 3 straight running plays. You're at the 1.5 yard line. I would run 3 straight running plays right now. I would not even think about that. You have Rashawn Johnson, the big running back there. He powers forward. He got the touchdown. I apologize, Gatelin. It was the bigger running back. So 23 seconds left. And Washington has 1 timeout. So this game's far from over. This 2-point conversion is huge. Also traded Mason and Kraft for Switz. So thoughts. All right. I have to make some assumptions. Kraft's not your starting tight end, I'm assuming. I do like this move because CMC's coming back. Isaac Garando, the 4th round pick out of Louisville, guy I love, is also going to get some more touches. You'll see it tonight. He'll get about 5 to 10 touches tonight. So I like it. Oh, you have Bowers and you have CMC. I love it. Shuffle pass for the 2-point conversion. It's good. So with 25 seconds left, Bears are up by 3. We're going to find out what goes on here. Really like that play call. So I like this move, especially when you have CMC and Bowers. This is a genius move. This I don't like. And so here's the drill. Is there any way that you can keep Swift? I would do Thomas and Richardson for Stroud by itself. I really want you to keep Swift, who I think they're really starting to use him a little more. I'm not an Anthony Richard fan. I love Anthony Richardson as a prospect, as somebody who has potential. If I'm playing fantasy football, I don't want him. And if I'm the Colts, I would not want him. Swift, 129 and a touchdown? You want to get rid of him? Look, get rid of Richardson. I'm all for that. Joe Flacco needs to take over as starting quarterback for the Colts. I've been saying that for a while. I don't like this trade. Swift did really good for you. We're going to see the kickoff here. It's at the 25. Austin Eckler is going to be tackled down at the 23-yard line. 19 seconds left. There is 1 timeout. So, Cole Kmet. As a general rule of thumb, don't. A lot of it's funny because I've met a lot of people that met at work over the years, but I don't recommend dating coworkers ever. Yeah. All right, Jaden Daniels back to pass. Looks like he skips it. So 18 seconds left here. We're going to keep an eye out on what's going on here. Stroud, 25 out of 37, 285 in the touchdown. That's not a bad game. I can, but I don't need Swift. It's a one running back lead. Okay. Okay. I'm sorry. I didn't know. I assumed it was a two running back league. I just assumed. I'm sorry about. Yeah, make this move. Yeah, make the move. I'm sorry, man. I didn't know. Yeah, make the move. That's a good trade. Let me know when it comes. Listen. Let me know when it comes through, and I hope to hear from you Monday. I'm hoping that you have some players, and yeah. But let me know what happens. I mean, I've known a lot. I had a buddy of mine. He used to try to hook up with coworkers, and she got kind of nasty about it. But anyway, 12 seconds left here. Jaden Daniels back to pass here. He's going to scramble around here. He's scrolling around here, and it looks like Ertz caught the ball after a first down. He looked like he was trying to lateral it, but it quickly tackled up. Washington's going to use their final timeout with 5 seconds left. Is what they're trying to do is get some sort of hook and ladder. Is it ladder or ladder? Anyway, that the play is that he was trying to pitch the ball, and Tremaine Edmonds, free agent acquisition from last season, one of my favorite players, just wrapped him up. I think so, absolutely. Absolutely you are. But I think you can. Here's the deal. If this everything you're saying is right, because I really don't like this trade. Last play of the game here, we're going to see something creative here. Actually, correction, it's Brian McLaren's going to get a 13-yard out and go right out of bounds at 2 seconds. So can you get a better running back than Gibbs? You can. Are you giving up too much? Yes. But Stroud is Stroud's not elite because they're running the ball more, but he's really good. Final play of the game, 2 seconds left. Washington, Jaden Daniels back to pass here. He's got time. Bears are rushing only 2, and they got 2 other guys that they're just kind of holding back here. Jaden Daniels is just setting himself up, going for the Hail Mary here, and it's a couple yards. Oh, my God! Touchdown! Touchdown! It was tipped. It's a touchdown. Washington Commanders win. Final play, Hail Mary. Touchdown, Noah Brown. Touchdown, Commanders. Oh, my God. Caleb Williams looks like he's going to cry. Oh, my God. Touchdown, Noah Brown. It's a final. Washington Commanders, Hail Mary, win the game 18-15. Oh, my God. What a crazy finish. Noah Brown catches the deflection in the end zone. The game is over. No extra point. Noah Brown for the walk-off win, 18-15. Party in Washington tonight. Unbelievable. And this is unbelievable. What happened is the ball was tipped at the 3-yard line. The only player in the end zone was Noah Brown. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And it looks like it was Stevenson who tipped the ball up in the air. He was trying to swat it down. Got his fingers on the ball. It tipped into the end zone. Noah Brown was the only one. This is how you run a tip play, folks, is that you get everybody grouped together and you get one player in the back. You want to have one receiver at the very back, and you want to get everybody together, and you want to tip the ball up into the end zone. Washington Commanders did that to a T. Jump on. I don't believe it. The Washington Commanders are 6-2. Stay on top of the NFC East. Number 2 team in the NFC. Unbelievable play. Washington Commanders win one. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Zaire, I don't believe it either. Oh my God. Okay, let's try it out. Hear me out, my Richardson Thomas Swift. God, you want to give up more? For Jaden Daniels, Derrick Henry, or Bijan Robinson. Okay, well, all right. Well, let's talk about this. I like getting Jaden Daniels. Now keep in mind he is a little banged up. The magic's there. So you are getting an improvement. Here's the deal. You're in a PPR league, if I'm correct. Derrick Henry's production is going to go down. You can't be that productive. He's not running for 2,200 yards this year or whatever. I mean, it's not going to happen. Okay. It's not going to happen. So I would go against conventional logic, and I would go with Bijan Robinson in this particular move. But to tell you the truth, I really like Swift. If you're going to make this trade, I would see if you can keep Swift and go with Bijan Robinson. And the reason why you want to do that is even though you're only in a one running back league, you get your quarterback, but you also have some trade potential. I don't like you giving up 4 for 2. I would see if you can make this a 3 for 2. I don't like giving up 2 for 1 ever. But don't go 4 for 2. I mean, you're giving that guy 2 really good running backs and a solid receiver, even though he didn't play. So, but I'll be honest with you, in a PPR, you might be better off of John Robinson, because I'm telling you right now, the Derrick Henry production is going to drop off. But by the way, if you make this move and you do get Derrick Henry, you might be in a position where you can move Derrick Henry. All right, let's try this one. Swift, Kupp, Richardson for Baker and Reek. Oh, Tyreek Hill. Now that's interesting, because I do like Baker, and even though he lost some receivers, we're still close to the trade deadline. There could still be some moves that Tampa makes. I mean, Cooper Kupp, I do think will come back. I like Reek. So here's the deal: if Baker's on his bench, do you have to give up? Do you have to give up Swift and Kupp? Is there a chance that he wants to do Kupp and Richardson for Baker and Reek? See if he'll go that. Unbelievable. Absolutely. Jaden Daniels is the best quarterback. If you go back, Zaire, this preseason, I did I meant to do all 8, only got 4. My schedule was really kind of crazy. But I did a NFC East preview video. I predicted Jaden Daniels would win Rookie of the Year. Let me ask you this here. Have you asked? And by the way, I don't know how well you know the guy, but can you ask and just say, hey, look, I just want 2 for 2. I don't think I should be giving up more, and see if we'll go for that first. And then if you have to do that, you could do that. It's Dan Talks Football at Yahoo. So yeah, talk to him. But yeah, man, let's do this here. Let's definitely here, let's do this here. Let's by the way, Zaire, man, it's right there, but I think I can just send you that. But yeah, man, do me a favor. It would really help me out if you would subscribe to my YouTube channel. Not obviously not required, but it'd mean a lot to me. But so what is actually? Oh man, thanks, brother. So what it is that I was broadcasting on Instagram. I used to do Facebook. I got banned from Facebook. They says a copyright infringement, even though it's me, so I'm mad at Facebook. But I was doing on Twitter, Twitch, or X, or whatever you want to call it, Twitter or X, whatever. You have to have a business account just out of spite. By the way, I'm a huge Elon Musk fan, but I didn't want to spend the $10 a month on Twitter, so I'm using Twitch, and Twitch has been fantastic. I've got a bunch of new subscribers from Twitch. I really like the format. I know it's more gamer related, and there's some things about Twitch I don't like, but it's been beneficial. It's been beneficial. Man, I really appreciate that, Zaire, and I'm glad you joined, man. Let me know what I can do to help you out. I go live Monday through Friday. Depending on what part of the country you're in, 4 Eastern, 1 Pacific, I go live for 3 hours. Fantasy football Wednesday and Thursday, but I answer fantasy questions 5 days a week. I'm trying to get more guests on. But right now, there is a chance there is a chance that I'm going to have some changes coming up here in the near future. But for right now, Monday through Friday, 4 Eastern, 1 Pacific, I go live for 3 hours. All questions answered, anything goes. Fantasy content, sports betting, football in general. All I want to do is I just want to talk football with 32 fan bases. I do a weekly picks video, which is fantastic. I keep it short and sweet. I might also be coming out with a mock draft. I've always liked doing my mock drafts after the combine. There's a few sources on social media that I really like when it comes to mock drafts. And this guy just had a terrible mock draft. I'm like, maybe I should do one because I could do one better. Even though I haven't watched as much college football as I would have liked. So, guys, I'm going to end the live stream. Thank you very much for all of you that joined. If you need any help on your fantasy team, I will be live tomorrow. I haven't set up the live stream yet, but Monday through Friday, 4 Eastern, 1 Pacific. Give me a shout. You can reach me on Instagram. You can reach me on Twitch. You can comment on the video. You can, if you DM me, I'll get to all your DMs. You can also go old school, email me at dantalksfootball@yahoo.com. And I will get back to you after I finish watching Sunday Night Football. So Winston seems like a great teammate. I really am pulling for him to have some success in Cleveland. I'm really pulling for him. Sisu, my German brother, man, thank you. Guys, have a great night. If you have any questions, DM, email, comment on the video, and I'll get back to you tonight. Don't forget, I'll be live tomorrow starting 4 Eastern, 1 Pacific. All your questions are answered. Anything goes up, the live stream set up in a couple hours. So have a great night. I hope to see y'all back Monday.